So closing that. Okay, the stream is live. Or should I say undead? Hi everybody, we're gonna play some Dungeons and Dragons. It is Curse of Strahd. I am Christiana Ellis, the Dungeon Master. And tonight, our players, Nutty as Shadow, the Elf Druid.
Hello.
Tim Dodge as Pavel, the Human Cleric.
Everything I do is for the common people.
Mark Kilfoyle as Rockjaw, Half-Orc Barbarian.
I have learned much, but is it enough?
And Lee Burdett, the Tiefling Ranger, Honor, with her wolf companion Anubis.
Oh, this isn't good.
So,
That's our equivalent of I've got a bad feeling about this.
I don't even think it's a feeling.
Here we are at what may very well be the climax to this long campaign we've had. Very sadly, we don't have Nobilis with us to play his character Zia, but I did speak with him about strategy, and so we're going to try to do right by the character. But let's talk about where we left off. Having made your way through the castle and destroying the heart of Castle Ravenloft, thus stripping Strahd of one of his crucial protections, achieving and locating several key artifacts, you have made your way through the castle and now are prepared to assault Strahd's very coffin so that he will not have anywhere to retreat to once you have your final confrontation. But it's not going to be easy. For one, there was a teleport trap that was proved difficult to handle. It teleported everyone into coffins and fighting wights and everything, but it has temporarily been dispelled by Zia. As you then enter the tomb of Strahd von Zarovich himself. To set the scene, black marble steps descend to a dark tomb that has a vaulted ceiling 30 feet overhead. The essence of evil permeates the very air. The smell of freshly turned earth is here. Settled into the dirt on the floor is a shining black coffin of finely waxed wood. The coffin's fittings are of brilliant brass, and the lid is closed. South of the coffin are 3 gloomy alcoves. An iron lever protrudes from the north wall east of the tomb's entrance, and you had discovered that flipping that lever caused the portcullis to open and remain open. But as you entered, the earth within this tomb was disturbed, and sitting up from inside the tomb were 3 women dressed in faded, tattered ball gowns, wearing expensive jewelry and one in a strange mask. And as you enter and see these 3 undead creatures before you, you hear the laughter of Strahd von Zarovich echoing through these dark catacombs. And so, as we begin, let's roll initiative.
Not wasting any time.
Nope.
All right.
All right.
I can do that again. And Zia is here.
Yeah, I've got to locate.
So did we settle who was going to do Esmeralda? I can do her if necessary.
I don't think we settled it.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
All right, I'll just take Esmeralda. It's fine. She's initiated as an NPC anyway, so to NPC status she returns.
The little N pops over her head again.
All right. All right, do we have everybody? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I think so.
My people are covered.
All right. So, as we begin with Shadow, currently in her ascended young silver dragon form. So what are you doing?
Oh, right. Shoot, I'm first. I don't want to be first.
Well, don't roll 27 on your initiative then.
Well, I'm trying to. Yeah. I'll Well, I can't really move past anyone because they're kind of clogging the door.
Mm-hmm.
So I will.
We'll move.
I'll hold my initiative. Yeah, and I don't know what I would hold it for. I'm just gonna. Yeah, I'm just gonna pass.
Well, okay, just if you're just passing. All right. How about this? You can make a perception check to see if you can tell where Strahd's laughter was coming from.
Ah, yes. Let's do that. Oh shoot! I didn't load the perception yet. Hang on. Yeah. Okay. So, do I do Shadow's perception or the dragon's perception?
I think normally the wisdom scores are the same unless the young silver dragon has a perception score specifically.
It has a passive perception score.
Is it higher than your elven one?
I don't know. Hang on. Sorry.
That's okay.
What's passive perception? I've never heard of that.
It's just 10 plus your perception skill bonus.
Oh,
Yeah, it's used when you might have seen something, but the GM doesn't want you to roll.
Yes, it's
Right.
1 point above.
Okay. So.
Okay, so then that tells me what my perception is. So, all right, so.
Mm-hmm. All right. 16. I think it's tricky in these echoey catacombs. He is somewhere. It sounded like it didn't come from inside the tomb, but rather somewhere out in the larger catacombs. But beyond that, you don't have a fix on him.
Okay.
All right, Zia.
Yes. Now it's Zia's turn. I'm not going to try to do the voice, or maybe I am.
Kind of do it anyway.
I'm going to stay back and say.
I think we need a more intense music here too. So go ahead. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
okay.
Greetings, ladies. Are you here on your own free will?
So is he
Anything
just
interests you in
talking?
the life policy.
Yeah, so he's basically, that's what he's saying, and he has a firebolt at the ready if they respond in, aggressive.
Okay, so he's readying a firebolt in case they attack.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's not making the first step because Nobilis never would.
All right. Okay, so that leaves it as Zia's turn. Or no, I'm sorry, Zia's turn. Rockjaw. Next.
Well, not one to jump to conclusions. Yes, I am. Literally jump if I can.
Are you asking if
you a lesson about loyalty and when it's the wrong idea? I'll use my bonus action to rage.
All right.
It's been a while. This is gonna feel good. Probably not. And I'm going to run right up so that I'm basically standing in front of the middle one.
Okay.
And I'm going to use my mace recklessly. We've got one with jewelry, one with a mask, and then the other one? Is that kind of the way
Well, so you don't know their names or anything, but there's of these little icons, one with the mask, one with the sort of the like the tiara, and one with wearing sort of a hood.
Okay.
The one with the mask is Diana Ross. The other two are the Supremes.
Well, how about this? I'll just go ahead and tell you there's one dressed in white, one dressed in yellow, and one dressed in red from top to bottom. White, yellow, red.
And what's funny is I literally forgot I could move my own icon.
Yeah. I was waiting.
Yeah, no, that's just weird. I was like, what am I waiting for? All right. Having no particular priority, I will attack the one farthest out, I guess.
Okay.
Hopefully drag its attention. Like that being hard.
All right.
Let's go.
Yeah.
24 to hit.
24 definitely hits, yeah.
For 13 damage then.
This is the middle one that you're attacking? Or
No, the top
there was one on top.
Closest to them, basically.
All right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, 13.
With the mace.
Sorry.
Shadow spouts a paragraph. I just swing. 28, look like.
Yeah, I mean, those are going to hit.
And 15 damage.
All right. All right.
And it is magical because of the mace. So.
Yeah. So you attack her, and you just like immediately just a couple of really powerful hits with the this mace. You just clock her, and she turns back snarling. You've dented this really expensive looking tiara she's
Yay.
wearing.
It'll say on my tombstone, he dented the tiara.
He dented the tiara.
Never dent the tiara.
All right. So that's your turn then?
Yep, that's it.
All right. Hang on. You know what? I want to make sure I have the. There's something I want to. I'm sorry. This is something I should have had up before, but let's. There we go.
Does Zia let go of the firebolt now that I've attacked?
Well, I mean, I guess you tell me, Shadow. You had mentioned that if you were waiting for them to attack, but
I was waiting for them to attack. So I mean,
Okay.
if you wanna just have us wait, that's fine.
no, you tell me. Does he let it go or not?
Sure.
All right.
That's-
Attacking the same one that Rockjaw did?
Yeah. Same one.
All right,
Ooh,
20 hits,
nice.
yeah.
All right.
Nice.
Yeah.
There we go.
Oh yeah.
That
right.
makes me.
All right. So, let's see.
There, Zia has a clear conscience. She does strike first, and
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I think that. Okay, that's Rockjaw's turn. It is now Strahd's turn. And where did I put his token? There we are.
he turns off the intercom he's been using and turns around in his leather chair, relaxing in front of a nice fire.
Yeah.
With a nice Chianti.
Strahd emerges from the wall right next to you, Honor, and
Of course he does.
yeah, and he is first. Whoops, sorry, hang on. I'm switching around between these different. Here we go. First, he is going to lash out at you with an unarmed strike, trying to grapple you, and this is at disadvantage. Whoops, why is it not? Oh, there we go. So it's disadvantage because of the icon.
But it still hits because I don't have bark skin up.
13 hits.
Or do I still have bark?
You don't
skin
have
up?
you don't have the icon on yourself.
I know, but the last battle we were in, I had it. Never mind, I don't have it up.
13 hits.
Yeah,
13
13
hits.
hits.
All right,
Really?
so that's 10 bludgeoning damage and 12 necrotic. No, I'm sorry. The unarmed strike, he was grappling you. That is what I said.
Okay.
And so then
Yeah.
he is going to try to bite you. And
11
so-
does not hit.
Okay, so he has grappled you, but you are not current. So you are currently grappled by him, but he was not able to connect. You were thrashing around too much for him to connect with his bite. All right, and I think. Let's see. How does this make sense? It does. You know what he's going to do?
What?
He is going to drag you with him, climbing straight up the wall. So he has got you grappled and held in his arms as he walks up the side of the wall. And he reaches 15 feet high, the 30-foot ceilings in this chamber. And so he has got you grappled, hanging on the side of the wall. All right. That is Strahd's turn. Pavel.
Pavel is going to attempt to turn undead.
Okay. Remind me, do any of your other the artifacts you have make it do anything? What's the what are there any unusual aspects to it, or is it just it's the wisdom saving throw?
It's the wisdom saving throw.
Okay. Well, so first Strahd. Strahd. What are they trying to get? It should be your spell save DC.
Oh, my spell DC. Looking in the wrong place. Sorry. I believe it's 16.
Okay, so Strahd made it. So now the three vampires, the vampire brides, but they are going to be making it from top to bottom. Oh man!
I don't like these ladies.
They all rolled high. Yeah, so none of them are turned.
Okay.
All right, that's your turn. So Anubis' turn.
Anubis is going to run up to nearly where I am, and he can't jump. He can't reach Strahd. He can't jump up that high. I don't think.
I don't. 15 feet, I think, is like if you really wanted him to try, I think it would be like a DC 20 for an athletics check.
Okay. He's gonna attack Goldilocks up at the top.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah. So 10, unfortunately,
doesn't hit.
Nope.
Okay.
Although, check his pack tactics trait, because if he has an ally, does the ally have to be within 5 feet of him?
I think the ally has to be within 5 feet of him.
Right. Okay. So you could have him move like one to the south and then be able to attack. Well, 14 is not going to hit anyway, so never mind.
Yeah.
But just bear that in mind that you can make use of that and get advantage on an attack. All right, that's Anubis. Honor, your turn. You are currently grappled by Strahd up in the air, and also, briefly, before you do your thing, he is also going to attempt again to bite you. Oh, look, that's a 27 with disadvantage. So the damage is relatively low, but it's still 8 piercing and 8 necrotic, and your maximum hit points are reduced by 8.
Hold on, let's see. All right, so I need to take my temporary hit points, so that's minus. Temporary hit points makes tracking this stuff weird.
Yeah.
And then minus another 8. So that's that. And then. Alrighty. Okay, got that done.
Okay. So that was a legendary action, so you can. It's now your turn. You are currently grappled. You can try to break the grapple or whatever else you'd like to do.
I'm going to use my bonus action to cast Hunter's Mark on Strahd.
All right.
And I'm going to try and break the grapple.
Okay. So you are going to make either acrobatics or athletics contested against his athletics.
Okay.
You got a 15.
Let's do athletics. 17.
All right. So yes, you are able to break the grapple, but now do an acrobatics check to try to land safely.
Okay. 19.
That's pretty good. I think I will allow that you are able to land without taking any damage as you drop the 15 feet to the floor.
Okay. And does Anubis get a attack as well?
Well, I mean, he's not. So Strahd didn't drop to the ground just
Yeah,
yet.
Strahd's still 15
He's
feet
still
in the air,
15
right?
feet in the air.
Okay. So he'll just he's just growling.
Yeah.
He is not happy.
All right. It is the vampire spawn's turn now, and I think all three of them are gonna gang up on you, Rockjaw. So that is going to be. Let's see. I think that's going to be a claw and. Wait, the bite has to be. Yeah. So you have. I think they're just clawing at you for now. So that's going to be 6 claw attacks, but they're all with disadvantage. So.
Actually, they're all at regular.
Because you reckless
Yeah.
attack? Okay. So, 1, 2. Alright, so that's a 20 and an 8. The 20
hits.
probably hits. So, 9 slashing damage. But you're
Is
raging.
that half already?
So, yeah. No, 9 is the full amount, so it would be
Okay.
4 to get halved. 23 and a 9. So, that's going to be another 3 slashing damage to you. So, 7 total, and then, 3 halved.
Okay.
And then, whew, those are some low rolls.
Yep.
Because, I mean, like, a 7 is a critical one. So to get an 8, a 9, and an 8 and a 7 out of 6 rolls, that's...
Well, we can
Clearly, I
thank
have them
for-
rattled.
Justin in the chat, he's chanting, "Be the rock, Cap, be the rock."
Yeah, so what you're seeing, though, is, Rockjaw, now that you're just really up close and personal with these things, is they absolutely are vampire spawn of the type that you have fought before, except that these 3 clearly were special, as in allowed to dress in finery and jewelry that is not looking so great anymore, because your reasonable conclusion would be is, although they probably were each of them individually at a time Strahd's favorite, but no longer.
Yep. Cast off.
Or if they're like former wives.
The brides is actually what they're referred to as.
Ah, so they are.
Yeah, they
Excellent.
absolutely are.
Oh, this is Arena's fate.
Hand me down.
Yep. So that brings us back up to, well, let's actually, I take it back. Strahd walks further up the wall, and so he is actually now on the ceiling.
Excellent.
Hanging from the ceiling like a bat, as it were.
Yeah. All right. And then it is Shadow's turn.
Okay, so how high are these ceilings, by the way?
30 feet.
Excellent. So she's going to fly. And it's a 30-foot cone, so hang on. 1, 5, 10, 15, 20. Okay. So I don't want to like cover anyone, so I'm going to try to maneuver this, but I'm still covering people. I want to be here, but I don't want to cover Esmeralda, so I'm just going to put myself here and know that I'm
Esmeralda
here.
is jostled out of the way.
There we go. Right. And I'm going to aim my cone of cold breath.
Okay.
Strahd. And let's see if I coded this properly.
All right.
It
So
has
he's
to-
going to make a Constitution saving throw,
Is he at disadvantage?
and he is actually going to. No.
He should be at disadvantage.
Why would he be at
I've got the
disadvantage?
icon.
The icon does not make him at disadvantage to your attacks.
I thought, oh, no. The spawn would be at disadvantage because
No.
it's undead.
No.
No?
Their attacks against you are at disadvantage.
Right. That makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah.
I knew that.
Not the other way around. So he
I-
gets a 15, which would be a fail, but he is actually going to choose to succeed anyway. And so he's going to take half that
Half damage.
damage. So that's going to be 26. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
and hang on. His is, I didn't have it set properly. It should be 41. Yeah, okay.
It's okay. We don't notice.
Yeah.
Only the people watching the
All
stream
right.
notice.
So yes, that yeah. So his hit points should now be correct after having taken that blast of cold breath, and he just he looks at you just viciously and says, Argenvolt's light will die with you today. All right, and so it is now time for the lair action. I think, yeah. As he glares at you, Shadow, you find your shadow detached from you.
Oh no!
Yeah.
The same thing happened to Peter Pan.
Uh-huh.
And
Didn't it happen to you, Pavel?
Oh,
yes,
yeah.
it did,
He still
and it
doesn't have
didn't
a
come
shadow.
back. It's and so the shadow comes back, and I'm going to basically make it clear, this is the shadow of a dragon.
So we have Dragon of a Shadow and Shadow of a Dragon. Gotcha.
Yeah. Yeah, this is not so much fun.
All right, let me. Let's see. Does it attack on this turn? Okay. I will briefly retcon. That's what he tries to make happen. You do get to make a charisma saving throw.
Oh, okay. Well, let's see. Charisma. Haha.
Oh, yeah.
Whoa.
Wait a minute.
Let's see if I did that right.
Why do you
No,
have
that
a
can't be right. That's wrong.
No,
That's
no, no,
100%
that is
wrong.
No, that is definitely
That's
not right.
not what's supposed to happen. It's supposed to be 1d20 plus 4.
So it looks like it was still a 9. So it added 8.
Yeah.
But it's still
I
a
need
roll
to
of a
make-
19, which is a success.
Yeah.
Do check that, because that might be also why you got 27 on initiative. Double check to make sure your dice rolls are not.
I am
Incorrect.
working on that.
But okay, so it is
Oh, no,
actually.
it's supposed to be a plus 8. I'm sorry. It's charisma. Right here in the character sheet, it says charisma plus 8 for saving throws.
Your dragon has 8.
Yes.
Is it plus 8?
Bonus
It
for
has,
charisma?
it has
Yep.
proficiency in it, probably.
See,
Yep.
this is where I gave you something completely broken. It would be a success even if it was a regular dice roll, so it doesn't happen. But in hindsight,
Yeah.
normally I think that's not how wild shape would work. But I will allow it for now because it's established and I'm not going to retcon it at this point. But yeah, so
Thank you, Christiana.
She is such a benevolent DM.
all right.
And it's our last session.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If we can-
Okay.
Hopefully.
Yes, it doesn't work. He tries to detach your shadow. It doesn't work.
Aha.
Yay.
I see, and I want all of you to understand that this is me being super fair because I could have just said that it happens. So there.
I was totally expecting it to just happen. I was going to be like, all right, I got to
All
fight
right.
my shadow now.
All right. So just so
Shadow
it's
boxing.
clear then. All right.
Yeah.
So that was the lair action, yeah. So I think now that makes it Zia's turn.
Oh, yes. I'm Zia. Firebolt again. Same,
Fire-
At where?
the same.
I think
font.
your shadow's in the way right now.
Oh, okay.
he's-
Yeah. Firebolt the coffin.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I'll do that.
Pavel ducks.
Quack.
Ooh, that's pretty good.
Yeah. All right. So go ahead and roll the damage for it.
9 points of damage against the coffin.
It looks like the firebolt impacts it and leaves no mark at all.
Ooh.
It's a fireproof wooden coffin.
Well, no one said it was wooden.
No, it is.
Look at
she said-
the picture.
I thought you said it was polished.
The coffin's fittings are a shining black coffin of finely waxed wood with fittings of brilliant brass.
All right.
But it's
But
coated in onyx or something.
that firebolt had no effect.
Okay.
Yes.
Good to know.
All right. That's Zia's turn. Rockjaw.
Same as the first. So once again, reckless, just to make sure that's clear.
Okay.
Good, because it's a 24.
Yeah.
If it wasn't reckless, it would have been a critical miss. Yeah. So yeah, the same one you're
13.
attacking. Yeah.
Same one.
All right.
Chopping down a tree. And 15. Wow.
Okay. 15 is just a hit.
Well, just a hit is still
Yep.
14 damage.
Yeah. That one is starting to look pretty rough.
So
All
am
right. Okay, that's your turn. I cannot keep. I have too many things open. Here we go. And yeah, there we go. So it is now Strahd's turn.
Uh-oh.
You see some of the cold damage that you had just inflicted on him regenerate.
Mm-hmm.
And he looks at you furiously, Shadow, and what does he do? What does he do?
So many choices.
Yeah, he has
Contemplate
a few tricks still up his sleeve.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure he does.
Yeah, he points his finger at you and casts a spell, and I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
Okay, so that is going to be a success, so you're going to take half damage.
How's that?
That's not the right thing.
Half damage. Yay, there's nothing.
Half of nothing is still nothing.
it's- Why is it... This used to work. Why is it not working now?
Strahd is breaking down.
Mm,
His pieces and parts are falling apart.
oh, I know, it's...
His machinations are coming to an end.
All right, well, I'm just going to... Yeah, so basically he's casting Blight on you at a higher level, so...
Okay.
That was the save you wanted to make.
Let's see. Okay. Roll. So you're going to take half of this. So that's 24
Jeez.
necrotic damage.
All right.
Good thing you made that save.
Yeah.
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 Luckily, a dragon has a lot of constitution.
And then he's going to... Yeah, I think he's going to walk across the ceiling, and so he's still on the ceiling for now, but he has he walks across the ceiling and then he drops to the floor right here, right next to you,
Ah.
Rockjaw.
That was strategic, Strahd.
Okay, that was Strahd's turn, so it is now Pavel's turn.
Yeah.
Before you go, Pavel,
Yes.
little party chat, if possible. Do we think this is our final showdown with Strahd right here and right now? Because we're pretty sure we're finishing it here. It might be time to light your thingy again. What's it called?
The daylight. The
Yeah,
The
Yeah, the
holy
daylight
symbol,
thing.
the holy symbol of Ravenkind.
yeah, that would use up the charge. The charges on the holy symbol of Ravencon.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever.
Which I understand is also a really good time.
You know what? There's the holy symbol of Balticon, the holy symbol of Ravencon,
Yeah.
the holy symbol of Dragoncon.
Yeah.
These are awesome
there's
things.
nothing holy about Dragon
So, yes. So if you were to
unholy
use it, it would use up all the remaining charges of the holy symbol, and it would last for 10 minutes. But it did cause him to flee the last time. But you also know this is not where the final battle was foretold.
That's what I'm trying to figure. Like,
Yeah.
if that's what we're thinking. Okay. Then never mind.
But, you know, you were
Yeah.
also foretold to have the sun sword, and that's...
Yeah, I've just got a feeling that this party is going to be moving to a different room soon.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I'm going to hold off. I am going to cast Sacred Flame on vampire spawn in the middle there,
Okay.
because I don't think she has been scathed yet.
She has not. Only the top one.
I don't know why, but every time somebody says they want to use Sacred Flame, I hear in my head the song Eternal Flame.
By the Bangles.
Yeah.
The
Unfortunately,
only one.
Pavel, she rolls a 21, and so it's not.
That's like the
Not
fifth
affected
time
by-
someone's made a save on me. Okay.
Well, so as just a mechanical bit of trivia, you're using a dexterity save spell against fast creatures is going to have less likelihood of hitting. That's
yeah.
that's
Well,
the mechanics.
I may have to go to melee weapons because I only got 2 spell slots left. So the Sacred Flame at least is a cantrip, and I can use that over and over. But.
Okay, so that is Pavel's turn. Anubis.
Okay. Just a thought, could you use Sacred Flame on the coffin itself? Because it's not going anywhere.
I thought about that, but the firebolt didn't do anything to it.
Yeah,
Sacred
but
Flame is
this
radiant,
is
though.
holy. Yeah.
Okay, I'll give that a shot next time.
Okay. Anubis is going to bite Tiara Lady.
All right.
Necrotic. Oh,
Okay.
my.
Yeah.
But hey, I'm within 5 feet of him, so
That has
he
advantage.
gets pack tactics.
Well, what? Okay. What I had said is, if the ally attacking the same target is within 5 feet of you, which is not the case right now, but it would be if you moved south one. That's what I was saying last time. Is kind of trying to make the point of if you position yourself so as to make use of that, you can.
Okay.
Technically, you have an ally within 5 feet of you now. What does the trait say? Read it.
Let me go find it. All right. Dun-dun-dun. And of course, it is.
I got
There
the
it
book,
is.
baby. Oh,
Hold on. Gotta bring it up.
I feel like I should do magic tricks while we wait for things to be looked up.
Got
I
it.
don't know any magic tricks, so it doesn't really help.
So we're chatting in the chat there on Twitch, and Prince Justin says the holy symbol of WorldCon would be the most powerful potentially. And I said that it has a charge of Hugo, and that can be activated to elevate one party member and discourage a group of rivals.
I'm gonna hit you with my Hugo.
They'll take you with sad puppies.
Okay.
really needs to
It
be a
doesn't
conversion.
say anything.
Okay, on your character sheet, in features and traits, right under keen hearing and smell, it says pack tactics, advantage on attacks when ally is within 5 feet of enemy. And so I guess technically what that means in this context is because Rockjaw is within 5 feet of the enemy, it does work. But it's right there on your character sheet under pack tactics. All right.
Okay.
So, yes, it's with advantage, and so that means it's a crit. So, roll the damage.
Okay, 21.
All right.
Halved. So 10.
Yeah. She Rockjaw or Anubis rather tears her down, tears her apart. She's gone. The fancy dress is ruined.
Ooh.
All right.
And Anubis is going to move up to right behind Rockjaw.
All right. Rockjaw, Strahd is making an unarmed attack against you.
Probably.
Yeah. Well, no, definitely. I'm telling you, he is. So I guess with disadvantage, because that stupid icon, man. Freaking icon. Okay, so I guess that's a 12. So
That's
I
a
don't,
miss.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
All right. It's just a legendary action. Anyway. All right, that was Anubis' turn, so Honor, you're up.
All right, to avoid confusion, we're boxing these chicks in. Blood Spear.
All right. Okay, 14 is a miss, unfortunately.
Okay. And Anubis does get another shot.
Mm-hmm.
22?
Yeah.
21. So another 10. And the DC?
Gotta get
Hang
that
on,
puppy
just
some
give
magic
me
job.
a second. I computer's decided that it wants to open something unrelated. So ignore that. That is not what's
charming.
happening right now.
Computer wants to charm.
Okay. Dear computer, please stop opening that program. Thank
What
you.
if we can get sort of magic toothpaste for Anubis? Shine up those chompers.
All right. So, that one takes 21 damage, and then she makes a strength saving throw, and gets a 20. So,
Okay.
yeah,
Well, we expected that.
yeah. Oh wait, not. But his damage is the bite damage is not magical.
Right. So 10.
Yeah, so yeah. Right. Okay. All right. That was Honor's turn. So it is actually the vampire spawn's turn. Their turn now, and I think that they're actually at Strahd's direction is going. They're going to continue to just claw at you, Rockjaw. They recognize you as the up close threat that needs to be
Kind of right here.
dealt with.
Hello.
So that's another 4 from them and another 1 from Strahd.
Oh boy.
That's more.
Esmeralda isn't on the turn tracker, or is she? Because
Okay,
I feel like we've seen this
no,
again.
you are absolutely right.
Oops.
It's because no one was rolling her except I said that I would. So yeah.
And we all checked and said the people we're covering are on there.
Yes.
All right, this gets
yes.
me.
So you know what? I'm going to say I will say that it's on me that I forgot because I said I would do it, but now I'm going to say someone else needs to do it. Period.
Yep.
Oh, you know what? I think I might have her sheet.
I'll
Let
give
me
her a
just
turn
check.
right now. So
Okay.
yeah. So you can have her do a turn right now, but yeah.
Do I have her sheet? I thought I played her once.
Several people have it. It should be in named NPCs. I can put it in.
Yeah, I'm just scrolling through all my handouts here. Okay, here we go.
Yeah, you do have it.
Okay. Character sheet, there we go.
Okay.
Okay, let me just familiarize myself with her abilities here.
So I'm looking at this. It looks like, let's see, 10, 15, 17, 25, so 12 damage? Is that what you're saying?
For what?
Those attacks were just hit me. We didn't actually
Oh,
resolve
okay. Sorry. Yeah, I hadn't resolved those. So So what's your AC right now?
AC is 14.
Okay. So the 18 hits you. The 22 hits. No, the 22 would be a 10.
Oh, it'd be disadvantage.
So, yeah.
Disadvantage.
Oh,
So
okay.
So that means that the first
Two of
and
them.
the last hit, which would be 11 and 19, so it'd be 9 total to you,
Okay.
and then Strahd's attack. Ooh, look at that! Lucky that it wasn't a crit for you, but it was still 22. So that's going to be 6 bludgeoning and 9 necrotic. So that's going to be another 7 damage to you.
Okay. Oof. Too long.
All right. And also the one remaining of these that had taken damage regenerates it a little bit, and also. Oh wait, no, it's not his turn yet. All right. Okay.
Oh, I don't know if you have any healing.
So,
but, after-
Tim, are you planning Esmeralda's turn?
Yes.
Okay, do it now, please.
She's going to magic missile the coffin.
Okay.
Let's see here. Yep, there it is. Oh, no, wait. That's the wrong part of the sheet. Sorry. Hold on. There we go. And was it asking me what level I'm doing this? Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Just stick with level 1.
Okay. The force darts shoot out from her hand and impact the coffin, and once again seem to have no lasting effect.
Okay.
All right. That was the vampire spawn's turn that we had, and then we included Esmeralda's turn. She'll now be at the proper initiative order in the next round, but in the meantime, it is Shadow's turn again.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So, oh, hang on. Oh, excellent. I am going to fly to here. Here. Aim my cone at Strahd.
Okay.
And I'm going to cold breath again because I am able to because of
So
that.
you're going to have, I think if you want to hit Strahd and not Rockjaw, you're going to have to be
Yeah.
right on him. Not from where you are. From there, it would hit, but the cone would also hit Rockjaw.
Okay.
You will also hit the other vampire spawn behind him too.
Yeah.
I think.
Ah.
If you're really close, you could hit all three.
Well,
So what I'm saying is, I think, for the cone, if you want to,
I think I'm gonna go there. All right. I don't like doing that, but that's okay.
Can she hit all three with that?
At least get two.
I'm going to rule that Strahd and the one behind him.
Yeah. That's what I would expect. I wouldn't expect any more than that.
All right, so Strahd got an 18.
So he only gets half.
Yeah, and then the other one gets 13, so yeah.
She gets
All
full.
right. Yep.
And I'm not able to use because I didn't use my full movement. I'm not able to fly away.
Well, you'll
After
get an
that.
opportunity attack.
Yeah, that's true. Okay.
So
I'll
you
just-
can do that if you want, but you will take an opportunity attack.
No, because it's either get attacked now or get attacked later. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. This time it's you making a charisma saving throw, Rockjaw.
Yep.
Oh, geez, this should be fun. Well, it was nice knowing you. This is gonna be. Can't look. I have to look.
Nope, that's not going to do it. So
Shadow.
your shadow leaves you, separates from you, and attacks you.
Oh no.
Yeah, they tend to do that.
Yeah, they do.
Is it
All right,
undead?
let me get that back on the initiative here.
The shadow counts at disadvantage as well, right? Because it's like
It is
okay.
an undead.
Yeah.
It's,
Yeah.
yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
So it's even attacking me.
Oh wait, so does that means that those other vampires should have also not been disadvantaged, right?
Why would they not have been disadvantaged?
Because you did reckless attack.
Yeah, but it's even, right?
Right,
It
but
breaks even.
so when I did those 4,
Oh,
so if they were not supposed to be at disadvantage, that means it's another 7 damage to you. Would have been 15 halved to 7.
okay. Well, this is gonna be bad.
So the reckless.
Because when
away
he
the-
does a reckless attack, he gets to attack with advantage, but it means all attacks against him are now at advantage, which cancels out the
Gotcha.
disadvantage.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the shadow is going to attack with neutral. Oh my god, and a crit.
All right.
Ugh.
And so that is 11 necrotic damage, but I guess that's halved to 5.
Okay.
And just as a forewarning with this one, also your strength. 1d4, 3. So your strength has now just been reduced by 3.
Okay. There's no temporary way to note that, so I'll just put it here somewhere.
All right. So that makes it. Let's see.
Is it Zia's turn?
It is Zia's turn, but I think. Let me think what Strahd's gonna do.
Oh, I thought he did the shadow thing.
He did. So he has lair actions and legendary actions, and his turn. He is going to use. He
Gotcha.
did. So that was a lair action that just happened, but he is now going to use a legendary action. You know what? He's just going to use a legendary action. He sees that you are not as protected as usual, so he's doing another unarmed attack against you, Rockjaw.
Eek.
That's a 15.
15 is a hit.
All right, so 10 bludgeoning plus 9 necrotic, so that would be, 9.
All right.
Bava, we need you.
All right, so now it's Zia's turn.
All right. Well, Zia's going to move so that he can get into a good position to firebolt that one.
Okay. All right, a 13 is a miss, unfortunately.
Okay, that's fine. I mean, not what I like, but
It's not fine, but yeah.
is.
Rockjaw, it is your turn.
All right. How bad does Strahd look? He doesn't look really wounded at all, right?
no.
Okay.
In fact, if you would expect so he has taken some, a significant hit with the cold damage, but he recovered from the last time in a matter of seconds.
It's not as endless anymore, supposedly, with the heart cone. All right. I'm going to hit this one recklessly with the mace.
All right.
I don't know if I have
So
that
the
right.
middle one, incidentally, is much healthier than the bottom one, because the bottom one was hit
Oh,
by the
really?
cold breath.
Oh, right, it was. Well, actually, you know what? I will hit that one in the corner. The other one's got some unfriendly people around it.
Yeah.
So I will hit it once with the mace, first of all.
All right.
15.
15
Wow.
hits.
15 hits? Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
15 hits the vampire spawn. Yeah.
All right. So that's 13.
All right.
Well, here goes nothing. I'm going to grab that one. Rather, I'm going to make an unarmed attack and attempt to grab.
Okay. All right, so I guess that's an athletics check contested against their athletics.
Crap. There's a 14 hit.
Well, so
Because my
it's
strength is
contested.
reduced by 3, which means that that last one was only a 14, not a 15.
Oh, okay. Well, 14 doesn't hit.
Okay, so it doesn't take that damage, sadly.
Okay. Yeah. You were
Try
weakened.
again.
Well, I'm going to use the unarmed strike. That's a 20 to
Okay.
hit, or 19 to hit.
All right. And so
First of all,
that
the
does
damage.
hit. Is this the bottom one again, or no?
Nope, it's the less
Middle.
damaged one.
Okay. All right. So it is an unarmed strike, which is not going to be magical. So only going to take 7 damage. But you do get to make the grapple attempt, so make your athletics check. Make sure you're removing the appropriate amount.
So 21? Or wait, is
Well-
this with the... Yeah, it's with advantage because I'm raging.
Right, but it is contested, so we'll see.
Yep. So 21.
Yeah. Nope. Yeah, you have grappled. So
wow.
you have grappled that middle one.
So an important thing about grappling that everybody else might want to remember is your attacks have advantage now against it, and its attacks have
Wait.
disadvantage.
That's
Oh, sorry,
restrained.
that's not- Yeah, that's right, I
Restrained
gotta
does
remember.
that. Regular grapple doesn't.
Zero is move. Movement is 0. There is another effect. I forget what the other one, which is because there is another.
You can use it as a meat shield.
Can I use it as a shield?
I think not when you're surrounded like this. It's a little too. Like you
I mean,
could
I can
maybe
use
use it.
shields.
You could use it as I would say you can use it against a shield against one creature. How about
Yeah,
I will do
like,
that.
well, Strahd's turn is next, so I figured you could use it as a meat shield in case he tries to physically attack you.
That's kind of the only hope I have at this point because I forgot that he attacks next. Yeah, why not try that? Yeah, okay. That's it. That's it for me.
Okay.
Best I could do is try to move away, but that's going to just cause it. Wait, no. No, he didn't use attack opportunity. Okay, no, I'm done.
He has
I'm done my turn.
legendary actions, and so it is his turn again, and you do see he gets some partial regeneration. All right, and then I think he's looking at you, grappling one of his rides, but also looking just very weak. And so you just did a reckless attack, I think, right? It just was roll 15, yeah. I think that he is going to
Gobble you up.
he's going to make an unarmed strike with the attempt to grapple.
Okay, I will attempt to use the thing. Well, I guess I don't have to use the thing.
So I guess what I'll rule it is like a shield would be a +2 to AC.
Right.
Yeah, so that was the wrong thing. So, but then, oh shit.
Yeah, I
so
think he
there's
beats-
no damage to that, but it is a crit. So he has grappled you, and
So
now
we're all in a
he's
big group hug.
yeah, and he is going to attempt to bite. That's a 27. So that is a 8 piercing and 8 necrotic, which I don't think you can take.
Yeah, just a second.
Would it be? Oh yeah.
It's actually 21. That doesn't matter.
Why would it be 21?
No, never mind.
The
Oh
shield.
no, it's right because I
Yeah.
did reckless. Never mind. The shielded would be enough. So here's the interesting thing: which effect happens first?
So if you
Because
want
am I
to,
killed
like,
outright? Am I killed outright?
So, if it's the whole relentless endurance thing, is that what you're thinking?
Yep.
I will allow that to function.
Okay. So if I'm not killed outright, I pop back up at 1 hit point.
I think that he, what happens is he drinks your blood, but it's like when you've got the straw and you can't quite get the last little bit.
Does it make us
I
wonder?
gotta see the
So
straw.
you guys see Rockjaw's eyes start to roll back, but then just like, and he pulls it together just the last little bit, and Strahd just says, "Very resilient."
A feisty one.
But
I think that
he
made
is,
Strahd want you more.
yeah, he is gonna. Well, he's still got you grappled though,
Mhm.
and he. Actually, yeah. So that was his turn. I think. Yeah, he's actually gonna drop you. And
Instant hug.
and use a legendary action to move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to here without opportunity attacks.
Oh, Esmeralda.
So that makes it Pavel's turn.
Yes, Pavel's going to sacred flame the coffin.
No,
No?
Rockjaw.
Healing.
Oh,
Rockjaw is literally at 1 hit point only because he used a special function that kept him from not completely dying. So, well, up to you though.
yeah. Sorry, I've been focused on the attack for like the last round. So yeah. I got 1 slot left that I can use mass healing word on, or I could use cure wounds and cast it at 2nd level. I got 1 2nd level slot left. I'll do that. I'll cast cure wounds on Rockjaw at 2nd level.
Doesn't that touching distance?
Yeah.
Yes,
Oh, okay.
you do need to touch him to do cure
Okay,
wounds.
hold on. Let me do that. Okay.
Ah, Prince Justin says this is not the last straw.
But yeah, so I think Strahd recognized that if he just finished Rockjaw off, then you'd understand it was too late and you'd keep fighting him instead of helping Rockjaw.
So Rockjaw takes 9.
I heal. Thank you
It's
very much.
actually 10 because it's the higher level cast, so you get both.
Okay.
So it's 10.
Okay.
Heal 10, not take 10. Thank you very much.
Yeah, that's okay.
Important distinction right now.
Your max hit point is reduced by 8, but
That's gonna matter.
Not a worry.
yeah.
All right. I've got 1 3rd level slot left, and I could use mass healing word on that one, when the battle's over. Otherwise, I think I've got to conserve it.
It just actually, I just reread the bite thing, and it's only an instant death if your hit point maximum is reduced to 0. But so you would have been unconscious still. All right.
Just a quick thing. Does anybody have healing potions from the cart stuff? Still no. Okay.
No, I've got 1/3 level slot. I can cast Cure Wounds as well. So we'll see what happens on my turn.
All right. So that was Pavel's turn.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh, now it says Esmeralda.
So I think actually before her turn, Strahd's going to use an unarmed strike against her. 23. So that's 11 bludgeoning and 9 necrotic to her, and a reduction of 9 to her max.
Okay, so that's puts her at 32. And
Okay.
9 off her max. Okay.
Yeah.
I guess she'll cast Firebolt at Strahd. I'm not sure how much good it's going to do. But I guess-
Just as a tactical thing,
yeah.
her sword attacks are going to be way more useful to her than the firebolt would, because she can make 3 weapon attacks and only 1 firebolt.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And they're all magical.
Yeah.
Okay. I used
So-
the +1 hand axe.
So she can
Rapier,
make,
rapier.
Yeah, she can make 2 rapier attacks and a +1 hand axe attack.
Okay. Well, let's start with the rapiers then. Let's just.
So this
one
is
more.
what the multi-attack feature says.
Or no, she's
Okay.
right beside Strahd, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, let me. Okay. Shoot. Okay. Rapier.
All right. Yeah, 24 hits.
So 7 piercing.
Mhm.
Second rapier. Was it 13?
Yeah, 26 hits.
And then the hand axe.
All right. A 19 hits as well, so that's another 8. Yeah, so she gets in a good round of attacks on him. He's still looking relatively okay, though.
Just because he's Strahd.
Yeah. He's looking pissed though. He is this is not how he wanted his day to go. All right, that's Esmeralda's turn. Anubis. Anubis kind of probably got jostled out of the way when. You know what? I'm going to say, Pavel, you moved right there, not where you were, because you moved
Okay.
yourself on top of Anubis. There we go.
Yeah. All right.
Sorry,
We're gonna keep attacking the vampire spawn.
All right.
So 13 misses.
13 misses. Yeah.
Okay, and I'm going to. So that's Anubis's turn. He's not moving.
Okay.
And then it's my turn.
Yep.
So I'm going to see if I can cast Cure Wounds. I actually need to do that as a 14 as a 3rd level spell.
Okay.
So for some reason, it's not letting me do it at higher levels.
So just roll 2 more d8 then if it's 3rd level.
Yeah.
You rolled max though for that first d8. So, is this to Rockjaw?
Yeah, this is to Rockjaw.
Oh.
So
All right, so that's 23 more
Oh.
healing for you.
yeah.
So I'm looking at Zia's sheet, and Nobilis has things written down about Esmeralda, what her spell slots are, and it says Esmeralda's potion, greater healing ×1. Does that mean that Esmeralda still has?
I would conclude yes.
Okay.
Say that again. I was writing something.
Esmeralda has a potion of greater healing.
Oh, okay.
All right, so after Honor's turn, Strahd makes another unarmed strike against Esmeralda. That's a 19, which I believe, I think her AC is 17. Is that correct,
Yes,
Tim?
that's correct.
All right, so that's another, wow, 19 necrotic on that one. So that's another 25 damage and another 19 reduced to her maximum.
She's not looking too good. She's going to be needing that potion herself.
All right.
Okay. So it's actually 28 off her max. So, all right.
And then so it is the vampire spawn's turn now, and they are, they get their own regeneration. What is the maximum? 6. So. All right, so they get their own regeneration, and they've So I think they're trying to just take down a target before moving on to another. So they're still just going to go after you, Rockjaw. Would this still your last round was another reckless attack, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And I still have one of them grappled, but it doesn't make any difference.
Okay.
I always
Yeah.
think it does more than it should. Or does more than it does. I always think the grapple does more than it does.
It stops them from running away without breaking.
Yeah.
You know, so that's definitely useful. And like for example, Strahd was able to you could drag someone at half speed, for example. It controls their position rather than their attacking. So that's the first one. So it would be 12 and a 16.
16 hits.
All right, so that's
looks like the thing to defend against. I don't think I can.
so here's an interesting just mechanic question that I don't know the answer to. Does your rage persist after you've used your relentless endurance?
Yes, because I didn't go unconscious.
Fair. All right. So that would be another 5 slashing damage then for you, and then the other one. Looks like nope, neither of those are able to hit. So. All right, that's the vampire spawn's turn. So it's now your turn again, Shadow.
All right. I'm actually first. I am going to attack the Rockjaw Shadow,
Okay.
and I'm going to start with a bite.
All right, that's gonna hit. Yeah.
So that's 25 points of damage there.
Okay, that destroys it. Just.
Yum, 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 yum. Tasty Shadow. And then I'm going to move and bite this one.
Yeah.
And not bite.
Of note, both. I'm trying to remember who else had their shadow stolen. Pavel for sure, and then someone else.
Pavel,
I think.
yeah.
I feel like
I
Zia
think
maybe
it was
did.
MPs. I thought it was MP.
Yeah, but so as a note, you've destroyed the magical shadow. The standard one does not return.
Yes.
All right, so that's against the one in red here, this south one here. All right, so yeah, that hits.
18.
All right.
And then I get another claw.
And are these considered? Is it magical damage? I don't think it is. If it
I
doesn't
don't-
say that it is, then it's not.
The plus 10, I think, is supposed to be magic.
If it doesn't say that it is, it's not.
Okay. I thought if I was in my form, it counted as magical damage.
Oh, because of your druid thing, not
Yeah.
because of a dragon. Yeah, in that case, yes.
Yeah. So then, and then
See,
the
so
next
I've made
one
you.
does not
You're
hit.
technically more powerful than a regular young silver dragon. Yeah, but the next one doesn't hit. So, all right.
All right. How's
That
she
is-
looking?
The south one is pretty rough.
Oh, good.
Yeah. The middle one is pretty much almost completely healed.
I put myself in range, so I hope she's not doing well. I don't like being in range.
All right. That makes it once again the time for the lair action, and I think this time Zia gets to make a charisma saving throw.
Oh no. I was hoping you could flee. All right, let's see. Charisma. Oh, that's not good.
Go.
Yeah, so he doesn't have a shadow?
No, or rather, his shadow has
Yeah,
left
yeah.
and is going to attack him.
Excellent. Yeah, he didn't write down if he had lost his shadow, so I have no way of knowing.
Ooh,
Oh, no.
but it would be a disadvantage.
Okay.
But it's still an
So-
18.
So, yeah, it's still gonna hit.
Yeah. So that is an 18, and also it's going to reduce his strength again, which
Yeah,
is
no,
already.
he's done. He only has 16 hit points right now.
No, it only takes 8
Why
Why
would
does
he
he
only
only
take
take
8?
because it's not a crit. That's what the 8 plus 7 is, isn't it?
Oh yes, you're right.
Yeah, the
you're
ni-
right. It is
Oh,
just
okay.
the 9. Just the 9.
Or 9, sorry.
Right. And
Oh,
his
okay.
strength is reduced one more by 1, and I believe it was already reduced before. So I don't know what it is now. But he had definitely taken.
Yeah, he has his strength listed as -3.
Yeah, because
Where
he
did he-
was already not weak. He was already not a
Yeah.
very strong character, and he had been attacked by the shadows previously. to do that. Yeah, so his strength is 4 now.
Okay. I just
Yeah.
need to figure out how I can edit
Yeah.
it.
Just change the 5 to the 4.
Oh, can I just type that?
Yeah, should be able to.
Ah, there we go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Could have been worse, but yeah, you guys are seeing, like, Zia looks really bad. Like, he can barely remain standing right now.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm trying to decide whether I should just go ahead and use that last slot for mass healing word.
All right. So it is
Zia's turn.
Zia's turn, yeah.
Zia is going to disengage and move over here. Because that's what Nobilis would do.
Yeah, no, I buy that.
It's when I'm playing somebody's character, I really want to just make sure I do what they would do. Because I don't want Nobilis to be listening and going, "Why would you do that?"
If I wanted to be extra mean in a meta sense, Strahd could now use a legendary action to move right up to him. But I
He
think
could.
Strahd is instead using his legendary action to attack Esmeralda again.
Oh no, sorry, Esmeralda.
That's a 19, even with
That hits.
disadvantage. So that's another 14. Does that put her out?
Yeah.
All right.
Oops. What did I just do here? I scrolled too far. Yeah, she is zeroed out.
Okay.
Oh no.
Yes. Strahd slashes at her, snarling, and just kind of says, "Just be grateful you haven't suffered the fate of your mentor."
Yeah, everybody will be grateful not to suffer that.
All right. So I will allow Esmeralda, she is an NPC, to make death saving throws.
Okay.
As, assuming that that's something you guys want. So,
Yeah.
yes, but she is not unconscious from that legendary action. So it is now Rockjaw's turn.
Werewolves, vampires, it makes no difference. I'm going to attack the red one with the black one.
All right.
I love it when you do
Rockjaw
that.
we know
Gotta
and
do
love.
so
Yes.
recklessly
All right.
because
Yeah.
who lives forever?
Improvised weapon.
If only he had a
Yeah,
head
yeah.
to knock
No,
him
that's
down.
that's how we did it with the werewolves for sure.
Yep. So there's my improvised weapon roll.
Oh,
14
dear.
unfortunately misses.
Yep. Yeah, it does miss.
A little more awkward than you thought it was going to be,
Yeah.
huh?
Again, that's a
Yeah.
crit.
Oh my
That's a
god.
crit.
That's
I
a crit.
critted with a vampire on vampire violence.
Yeah,
Fire
do they
critting.
both take damage?
Yeah, so we didn't have the weapon taking damage last time because it was a werewolf who was immune to
Right.
normal non-magical bludgeoning damage, which is what this would be. In this case, they're still resistant, but I think it makes sense that they both take it.
Well, let's see if
So
the
they're both going to take half the damage for this.
21 damage. Oh well.
Yeah, so they both take 10.
Critting vampire on vampire damage. That's our Rockjaw system.
Yes.
All right. So it is now Strahd's turn, and I think just from where he's standing, he looks at Pavel and just points his finger, and he's going to cast Ray of Frost.
Ooh.
Oh, sweet. What's the
So
saving
the
throw for that?
spells are not working. The spell macros are not working anymore. So, hang on. His spell attack bonus should be. Where is this? Okay, so it's
So
it's
D20 messed up. Drink.
Yeah. No, I think it's just because we've got like old sheets and so I don't
Yep.
know what the issue is, but
They've done at least 2 major upgrades since we started this campaign.
That probably does have something to do with
Okay.
it, yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. So he's rolling to attack with his spell against Pavel. Gets a 23.
That'll
Oh, but
hit.
it should I guess it should still be at disadvantage.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
Yeah.
15, which I think is going to miss because you got your fancy armor.
Yep.
Yeah.
right.
So that misses. All right.
How's off for fancy armor?
Okay.
Yay, fancy armor.
Yep. All right. So that was Strahd's turn.
Yeah.
Yep. So Pavel, it's your turn now.
Okay. When I consult with the group here, I have got 1/3 level slot left. that I can use on Mass Healing Word. Unfortunately, Esmeralda's down, so it's not going to do her any good, but Xenie's out.
No, it
No, it will.
would. Yeah,
It would?
she is at 0
What's
and
your
making
range?
death saving throws.
Okay, well then I'm assuming everybody's taken at least some damage during this fight. So, and I can cast it on up to 6 people, so 6
Yeah.
creatures, including Anubis. So I'm just going to cast Mass Healing Word on all 6.
Okay.
Is that everybody?
So 1, 2, 3,
1,
4,
2, 3,
5, 6.
4,
No,
5.
you have to leave one of you out.
Leave me out.
Oh, okay, all right.
Alright.
Everybody except the dragon.
Everybody but the dragon.
Yep.
I was going to say, I don't really need it. I mean, comparatively.
Okay, so everybody gets back 8.
All right.
Yay.
Okay.
Hey, thank you.
And Esmeralda, coughs and sputters awake. She is still prone on the stairs, though, at his feet.
Disengage and flee.
Well, if she has a chance, we'll see, because Strahd's going to make another unarmed strike
Of
against
course he
her.
does, yeah.
With advantage, because she's prone.
Oh, no.
Cancel
So
that.
it cancels, so it'll be straight attack.
Yeah.
17, which I think just hits.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
That's
so that's... Yeah, I think that puts her... He's like, no, and stay down! Yeah, so I think that puts her back under.
Yeah.
Oh. She's up, she's down.
All right. So it would be Esmeralda's turn now, so she's going to make a death saving throw. So roll just a regular d20, just straight.
Get in that 20. You did it once
Okay.
before. You can do it again.
Come on, Nat 20. Come on, Nat 20.
That's not
Not so
a...
much.
Yeah. That's one failure for her. Oh, incidentally, also I forgot to do Strahd's regeneration. So there we go.
That's okay. You
Yeah,
it
he
wasn't
doesn't
his
need
turn.
it.
was a legendary
All right.
action.
So that's one failure for Esmeralda.
It
I
wasn't
know,
his
but
turn,
I
was it?
didn't. I didn't do it on his turn, which was
Oh, okay.
before Pavel. Yeah. So okay. So that makes it. That was Esmeralda's turn. So it's Anubis's turn now.
Okay.
So the I think the one that's closest to Anubis is still grappled. There's also the other shadow that's behind Pavel now.
Okay. We're still gonna do the vampire spawn,
All right.
just because we're right here.
Yeah.
Why not?
And you do get the advantage, but unfortunately
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. So next up, blood spear. Let's try this again.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
Crit.
There you go. There you go. Yeah.
All right. 11.
Okay. Takes all
And
that.
then Anubis takes another shot. At
17.
advantage, so 17
That hits.
for 18. So 9.
Good boy.
And then a strength saving throw for the vampire.
Well, if they're
spawn.
grappled,
Yeah, I think that
I mean, we can
it's,
do tug of
it's
war
a
if you
tug
want,
of
but-
war. Yeah. So I think she's strong enough to pull out of out of Anubis's grip. So she is still grappled by Rockjaw, but was able to pull her limb out of Anubis's mouth.
okay.
I think it is Strahd is going to take another legendary action though at this point, and he's going to move up here. He's going to move up. Is he though? He's wary of the dragon. No, he's going to do it. Yeah, he's going to move up to. I think.
Put that on Shadow's tombstone. Made Strahd wary.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
dude.
Depends on who writes the
Yeah.
tombstone at this point.
I think he's going to come up right here, and he's going to make an unarmed strike against Pavel. So at disadvantage, it's a 17, which I know still misses.
Yeah.
And you can see Pavel that he is enraged at you specifically, and he's just saying, "That was my brother's armor. You sully it."
Oh yeah, that would make him mad, wouldn't it?
I mean, everything makes him mad, really.
All right, so it is the vampire spawn's turn now. So they each get their regeneration. And they're definitely surrounded now, and I think they're looking a little desperate. But I mean, they're a cornered feral animal at this point. What are they going to do? They're going to keep attacking. So I think, yeah, they're both still attacking Rockjaw for being the one that's grappling one and hitting the other one. So, and these are straight attacks because of Reckless, right?
Indeed.
Yeah. All right. All right. That looks like 3 hits.
Okay.
So it would be 18, 27, halved to 13.
Okay.
3 hits and only 13 damage. Jeez.
Well, he's
Yeah.
raging because he's.
I know. That's the thing. It's. Rockjaw's
They're
fun.
clawing and tearing at him, but just imagine the image here is that this half orc has got one grabbed and slamming her against the other one. Meanwhile, both of them are just clawing desperately at him. All right, that's the vampire spawn. So it is you up again, Shadow.
Oh, okay. Okay. I am going to bite the red vampire.
Okay. Ooh,
That
nope.
didn't do anything. Then I will claw her out of frustration.
All
Did
right.
that do anything?
That hits, yeah.
Okay. That's 24 points.
And that takes her down.
Oh, she's done. Excellent. I can't reach the other one. So I'm...
No, I
move.
think, yeah, you can.
yeah? Okay.
Well, you can, yeah.
You can also move.
You'd have wingspan.
That's true.
Well, you're a large creature, so she is adjacent by corner to.
Well, it doesn't matter. I missed her anyway.
All right. Wow, that's 2 crit misses in one
I
turn.
know. Well, it
All
is
right.
me.
I think Strahd's going to make one more. Let's see. A couple of things are going to happen here. He is going to make another unarmed strike against Anubis this time. No, he's still fixated on Pavel, I think, for a variety of reasons.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's still only a 15 with disadvantage. Yeah, he's.
So Pavel's
Okay.
good. What's Pavel's AC now?
It's huge. He's,
Yeah.
he's got +3 plate armor on.
Oh, nice.
So,
I really rather like this armor. I
Yeah.
gotta say, his brother's got good taste.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice and shiny.
so that was the legendary action. As a lair action, there's going to be a specter swoops in from the tombs.
Uh-oh.
You guys have seen this one. This is one of the one-turn ones. It shows up, it swoops in, attacks, and then. So yeah, I'm not even going to bring the token out just because it disappears after attacking once. But basically, you guys see this ghostly apparition zoom out of one of the tombs, swoops in to. Yeah, Pavel, I guess, is still where he's fixated, and attacks him.
Sorry, Pavel.
I'm feeling a little picked on.
Yeah,
That's okay. It didn't do anything.
yeah.
Even
right.
if it had advantage, you'd be fine.
Yeah. Okay. So that makes it, and so the specter dissipates after making that attack. So it is now Zia's turn.
Oh, Zia is very upset to see Esmeralda down, and it overcomes a bit of his self-preservation. That was my friend! At Strahd. And I'm sure it misses.
15, I think. Let me double check. Yes, it just misses. All right.
Yeah.
That is going to be. That makes it Rockjaw's turn.
So I'm holding the thing, but I'm not at disadvantage to attack it if I wanted to, right?
Correct. Yeah, you can definitely still attack. Yeah.
Then it's mace in the ribs time.
All right.
Recklessly, of course.
Of course.
All right. That hits.
Okay. For 16.
Yep.
And one more mace in the ribs.
Yep.
20. Remember, I'm at -1 for those. For 13.
All right. Yeah, this one is looking a little wounded now compared to the compared to the other two. It hadn't taken a lot of hits yet, other than being used as a blunt object. But but now she's she's definitely starting to show some battle damage.
And no, it's not really any. Oh yeah, I will move one square there, dragging her to be in the center, so that everybody, if they wanted to, could actually attack her. She'll be right there.
Okay. All right. I think at this point,
So I can't move her token, but it's moved
Okay.
over one.
Okay. Wait. What? Oh, yeah. You're dragging her.
Yeah.
Okay, like that. All right. Let's see. Really trying to decide what Strahd's gonna do here. I think he's recognizing how difficult it is to hit you, Pavel, and he's not enjoying that.
Neither am I.
No, you're enjoying it a lot. Can't hit you at all. Can't scratch his brother's armor.
You know what? I think at this point, no, he's not going to do that. What is he going to do? All of his, well, I shouldn't say, but he's used all of his big area of effect spells. I think.
You should probably surrender.
Yeah.
Well, oh no, he can still do stuff. I'm just thinking about things that bypass your armor.
I still think he should probably surrender.
I think on his turn, he's going to recognize that he's having trouble doing what he was wanting to do with, with Pavel. And okay, I think you know what? He's going to do it. He's going to use a legendary action to move without taking attacks of opportunity, and now it's his turn. So he is going to attack.
Yeah.
Yeah. This first one is attempting to grapple, disadvantage.
Does he have any?
That's a critical miss.
That's good.
Does he have any of his predictions left?
No, he used those up.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So in frustration at failing to grapple, he's just going to do a attack first slash. So that's 22.
Yeah, that's gonna do it.
That's
Yeah.
gonna
So
hit.
it's still only the 6 plus 18, but that's still 24
And he's
damage.
down.
Okay.
Oh.
Wait. Before he dies, just once, I want to hear him say moose and squirrel.
Well, so what has happened is he has just been rendered unconscious.
Okay, there's still time.
Yeah, bring it down to 0, and he'll do the death save thing.
Hmm.
Okay.
And I think he'll glare at you, Pavel, and just to say, "You cleric, you think you clever, hiding in my brother's armor, but you still have weaknesses, and I will exploit those." And he drops Pavel to the ground,
You mean
or
Zia?
Zia,
Zia.
unconscious to the ground.
That'd be creepy.
Yeah.
Creepy.
Okay.
And
so
by
Pavel-
the way, Zia's last thought is, the one time I come out of hiding.
all right, so Pavel, it is your turn.
Okay.
Oh, also Strahd had his turn, so he gets his regeneration.
Okay.
Yeah.
You guys have this vampire spawn under control, you think?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to try and light up the coffin.
All right. How are you doing that?
Sacred flame.
Okay. So I'll say that it basically it automatically fails because it's stationary. So 6 damage. You make a perception check or religion, either whichever is your preferred.
Do I have a proficiency for the religion? Let me
Prince
scroll down.
Justin says Strahd.
Yes, I do. Actually, yeah.
Okay. I'll let you. No, you already rolled in that 10. Well, okay, so it's a 10 anyway. So yeah, what it would seem that there was still no effect. You definitely were able to hit it with the divine fire, but it didn't seem to have any effect.
Huh. Okay.
All right, so that's Pavel's turn. Esmeralda gets to make another death saving throw.
Yep. And that's just a D20, you said, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Gee.
Oh,
Wrong direction.
All right.
Yeah. Not at all.
That's 2 death saving throw failed for Esmeralda.
How many does she get?
3.
3.
3. Oh, this is not looking good at
Well,
all.
so 3 failures. So if she gets like a success, then it's 2 failures and a success. You can get 3 failures.
Okay.
All right, that's Esmeralda's turn. Strahd is going to use another legendary action to. Oh, you know what? Also, the shadow should have gotten a turn, so that's happening too. And I think that the shadow is going to come up and attack Anubis.
Oh.
It's a 12 to
doesn't hit.
All right.
No,
So,
actually.
I'm curious. So
Yeah.
the shadow's still up even though Zia's down?
yes.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. So so Strahd moved on his legendary action there, so
Yeah.
it did not another attack this round. So we had Esmeralda. So it's Anubis' turn now.
Okay. To continue attacking the vampire spawn, or just turn around and attack Strahd.
Or the shadow.
Or the shadow.
Hmm.
Yeah, I think Anubis is going to attack the shadow.
All right.
Shadow counts as undead, right?
Yes,
Yes.
Okay. 21.
that hits,
17.
and that destroys it.
Yay.
Good
Now
boy.
Anubis knows what it's like to bite through a shadow.
I think he took down a couple of the ones that were up in that parlor.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, okay. Well, it's
Yeah.
cool.
Okay. And my turn now.
Mm-hmm.
Continue with the vampire spawn or turn around and attack Strahd. Choices.
There are more people who can attack the vampire spawn than Strahd at the moment.
Yeah. I just don't like the fact that he's that close up behind me. Yeah,
That's just it.
we'll just do blood spear on the vampire spawn and get her out of the way, and then we can all concentrate on Strahd.
You might get your temporary hit points back.
Yeah. Well, only if I take her down.
Yep.
So I need to
So, blood spear on the thing
That hits.
for 10 piercing,
Yep. She's still up.
and then Anubis gets his attack,
Oh, that's a
and
critical miss.
21.
I think he bites his tongue a little bit.
No, well, no, 21 because pack tactics.
You're right. You're right. So that hits.
So 6. And
And makes the save,
No.
or does,
Yeah.
does the save. Well, no, still grappled though. So that's I
Yeah.
think. But I will. So I think we'll still do it because I'll allow that. I don't know. I'm gonna have her make it just so we can resolve that.
yeah.
Looks like So would have succeeded anyway. So no
Yeah.
additional effect. Okay.
vampire
that-
spawn.
Yeah, I think actually, though, Anubis is going to get another unarmed strike from Strahd, though.
Oh.
16?
Still no hit.
Oh,
Yay.
AC 17.
yeah.
Good.
It should be
More
15
fun.
anyway, because it still should be disadvantage.
Yeah.
Okay. That is, so that's Vampire Spawn's turn now. I think she's just in total panic mode at this point, so she's just going to keep clawing at Rockjaw, who's got her grappled. So that's a 17 and a 19.
Those both hit.
So that would be 14 total but 7 for you. All right. Okay. That is the that's her turn. All right. Shadow Dragon.
All right. Great. I will bite the spawn.
Oh, she should have gotten her regeneration on the turn, but yeah. That hits, though.
33.
Yeah, and that takes her out,
Yes!
even with her regeneration.
Excellent.
All right, yeah, so the brides of Strahd have been dispatched.
I'm going to fly.
Mm-hmm.
And I think if I'm going to fly to about here-ish, I think. Why am I telling me to edit the token? I don't want to edit the token. And I am, oh, no, I have to get closer. Because I don't have breath. So I'm going to come close enough, I think. Yeah, that's close enough to claw, I believe.
No, you have to be adjacent.
I have to be on top? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's always so hard. All right. Claw.
All right,
That
miss.
does not get him, does it?
Mm-mm.
What about
That
that one?
does, yep.
Okay. 22.
All right.
Yes, I put myself in a very dangerous situation. That's okay.
All right.
This is the
So-
last session, so
Yeah, well, you know, it's pretty desperate at this point. So I think, yeah, okay. I think at this point, yeah, it's another lair action. So I'm going to have you try to make another charisma saving throw, Shadow.
all right. Charisma. Ooh,
All right.
we got a shadow dragon.
Yeah.
Her shadow's already been gone, right?
No, we retconned that it didn't work last time
Oh,
because I
right.
didn't have her make the throw and then she made it and there was the whole,
Gotcha.
yeah. All right.
Wow.
So I'm ruling this one is big, and it's going to attack you, and because this is on the fly a little bit, so I'm doing a custom roll rather than using the standard one. So I'm going to click the standard attack, so that it has the description on there, but essentially it's going to be double the damage if it hits.
All right.
And I'm giving it a +8 instead of +4. So, because it's big. So an 18 to hit. Well, I guess no, it should be still would be disadvantage. Oh, but so an 18.
An 18 just hits. but
Okay.
just hit is as big as a hit.
Still hit.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. So rolling. Okay. 40. 46. All right. So that's 22
So is that
necrotic
44?
damage.
Is that 44 or you doubled it in your roll?
Oh, no, I doubled it in the roll. So 22 is
Okay.
the right amount. But also, your strength is reduced by 3.
Oof. Okay.
All right. So that was the lair action. So it is now Zia's turn to make another death saving throw.
Oh, yeah. Where is he? Well, it's his first death saving throw. So that's just... There we
D20.
go.
That's a success.
Is it?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah,
I didn't know what I had
it's
to do.
just, I think it's
10.
10,
10?
10 or
Oh,
better,
okay.
yeah.
Okay, well that's...
Yeah,
he's
so
got a
one
success.
success for Zia.
Excellent.
All right, Rockjaw.
Glancing over at Strahd, there's a strange grin that crosses across Rockjaw's face, and he leans down and charges the coffin, trying to dislodge it.
Okay.
My first attack against the coffin.
All right, so let me think. I'm trying to decide. Are you trying to damage it or like knock it, like move it?
Knock it off its perch.
Okay. So I think athletics check is what makes sense for that.
Okay. That's with advantage. So 30.
Nice.
So
That's
crit.
a crit. Yeah. So I don't. It's not a movable token, so I can't move it. But I'll say you definitely sort of knock it off. Like this sort of little mound it's setting on,
Can I,
and it
use
kind
my
of goes
bonus?
thunk thunk
Can I use my bonus action to grapple?
to grapple the coffin.
The
Yeah.
coffin?
That coffin?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'm going to use my second action as I've now moved because I charged on through to take the coffin.
Okay, I was thinking of the shove as like that was an action.
No, an attack?
I mean, it wouldn't be just motion. If it's a shove attack, that's an action.
But as opposed to an attack.
Yeah.
Okay.
But if okay, well, what is it that you want to do? You want to just try to?
I'm going to use the coffin to hit the shadow.
You know what? I will allow that.
I love you, Christiana. I really, really do. That's awesome.
Everything is a weapon if it's within his arm's reach.
And it's an improvised weapon, so we'll go with that. And reckless is 24.
Yeah.
Oh, 24.
Yeah. So that definitely will hit.
All right. And hopefully damaging both. 14. If it's isn't a bad normal.
Yeah. So I think the shadow here takes half that. And I think you do get a sense that the coffin cracks a little bit.
No.
Yeah.
All right. And I think at this point, Strahd just says, "That is very disrespectful."
It's like, hey, it's just mine.
And I think he is going to use a legendary action here to move without opportunity attacks over to here.
I hope I get to hit him with his own coffin.
All right, so you just had your turn. So he used the legendary. Well, you know what? Yeah, he used the legendary action that he still had to move, and so it is now his turn. And he is attacking you, Rockjaw. I think he is. Yeah, I mean, he's just going to say, "You're going to stay down this time." So I think he's going to attack, attempting to grapple. That's disadvantage.
10
no
misses.
Yeah. You know what? And then again, he's just gonna slash this time. So 15.
15 hits.
All right. So it would be 5 bludgeoning plus 9 necrotic would be 14. So 7 to you.
Okay.
All right. So. All right, that is Strahd's turn. Pavel.
Shadow Dragon. If I go after the coffin, can you handle the shadow?
Oh, me. I think so. This is like Shadow Dragon. Which one is that?
Dragon Shadow and Shadow Dragon. They are different things.
I know. Yeah. All right. I'm going to hit the coffin with my mace.
Okay. Make the attack and go ahead and do the damage.
Well, the coffin is being held still by me. I'm grappling it.
Yeah. Well, no, I mean, so he hit it. I'm saying the damage.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. 4 bludgeoning. Your mace. Your just kind of bounces off of it without really having any obvious effect.
Okay.
All right. That makes it time for Strahd to
Esmeralda.
make. Well, I was going to say for Strahd to make another unarmed attack against Rockjaw. Ooh, that's a 24.
Yep, that's a hit.
Yeah. So that would be 10 damage total.
As Rockjaw finally falls.
Oh no!
No popping up again?
Oh.
Oh.
Okay, now Esmeralda gets to make another death saving throw.
As Rockjaw falls.
That's a success.
Okay.
Yay!
All right. So Anubis.
All right. Anubis is going to wiggle through here and take a bite at the shadow.
All right. That
23.
hits, and it is undead.
For 16.
Okay.
So 8.
Yeah. Okay, and then it's gonna try to. Yeah, it's a shadow. It's got ghost feet. It can't. It's immune to prone. So
Right.
moot. It is too immaterial for Anubis to yank it down.
Mm-hmm.
But now shadow. Or no,
Wait,
I'm sorry.
me?
Honor. Honor.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
was gonna say I don't think
Yeah.
I'm up next.
All right, and meanwhile I'm gonna move down here and shoot Strahd with a fire arrow.
All right.
Heavy crossbow. 25.
That is a hit.
Or it says 16,
Right.
but I think it should be like 7.
So is this this is not a magical arrow, or just
It is
on fire?
It's an arrow that is on fire, so it's
Right.
1 additional
So
point of damage.
he takes
so 8.
half of the regular damage, and then
Uh-huh.
the full fire damage.
Okay.
Ah,
Yeah.
that's cool.
So
Such
it
as
would
it
be 7 plus 16 would be 23. Would take half of that to 22, or no, 11, and then plus 1 fire, so 12. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You shot him.
Yep.
And then let's see, what does he do next? That was Honor's turn. So I guess Shadow, you're up.
I am up, and just quick. Oh, jeez. I shall bite the shadow.
All right. Oh,
Miss.
dang.
I will claw the shadow.
That hits.
That should hit. All right. 16 points of
All right.
damage.
It is very ragged. It is almost dispersed. And 14, I think, actually, let me, what does it say? See? 12. Yeah, so that hits. And yeah, you tear it to ribbons, and it dissolves back into the darkness.
I need to write on my character sheet that I have no shadow.
The
Shadow, no
without a
shadow.
Yeah. Does that mean that when I go back to my regular form, I won't have a shadow?
You guys don't actually fully understand the nature of what's happening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You'll tell me when I go back to my natural form, right?
You'll find out when you go, if you ever get outside and
Yeah.
see the sun again.
She'll turn back to her natural form if she dies.
Yeah.
All right, so that is so I think we're getting a specter zoom into the room again,
Oh boy.
and the specter is attacking Honor this time.
Yeah, because I managed to damage Strahd.
Oh, but that's a miss, right?
Yeah, but that 11 misses. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even with my crappy 12 AC.
All right. So that happens. It's Zia's turn to make another death saving throw.
Oh, right. Here we go.
That's
That's
2
a
successes. 2 successes for Zia. All right. I think Strahd uses a legendary action to move up to you, Honor.
Okay.
And so that was Zia. We just did Zia's turn, so Rockjaw. Death saving throw, please.
All right. Let's see if I can get a chance to hit him with his own coffin. Oh, 1 success.
Yeah. All right. That was Rockjaw's turn, so it is Strahd's turn now. And I think he looks right at you, Honor, and just says, "You are one of the first that I brought in before you assembled new friends." And he goes to slash at you. So that's a 19.
That'll hit. I'm going to use Hellish Rebuke.
Okay. He makes a
don't-
dexterity saving throw, I think.
Yeah, DC 14.
Yeah. So he makes it, but I think he still takes half damage.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, and so a higher level cast, so that's 19.
Yeah.
19 fire damage, so he takes half of that. Oh, and this is his turn, so let me give him his regeneration, but then subtract the minus 10. If I can find the appropriate key.
How's Honor looking?
Honor is fine.
Yeah,
she's
pretty-
in pretty good shape,
Okay.
Yeah.
all things considered.
So
I have,
you
like-
see.
Access to almost everybody else, so I have no idea what's going on with Honor.
Yeah. So you see him sort of, react to the fire a little bit and just says, "Not enough." He attacks again. So it's not a crit because it's a disadvantage, but it's still a 16.
Okay.
So that's 10 bludgeoning and 10 necrotic.
Okay, and so I lose 10 off of my maximum hit
No,
points?
that's only with the bite.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. That was Strahd's turn. Pavel.
I'm going to lean over and touch Rockjaw and cast Bear the Dying.
All right. Okay. Are you moving or anything? Probably move over to where you touch him.
Yeah. Yeah, let me just actually get that screen back up here. And yeah, I will be like right here.
Okay.
And then Esmeralda has to do another. Oh, wait. Strahd
It's not
got
her turn
legendary?
yet. So we just had Pavel's turn. Oh, yeah. So I guess it is Esmeralda's attack or turn. Yeah, just go ahead and have her do another death saving throw. That's another success. She's at 2 of each.
Yep.
Yay!
All right. At this point, Honor gets another unarmed strike from Strahd. That's a 14.
Yep, that'll hit.
All right, that's another 19 damage. All right. Yeah, he's having a lot more, like, now that he's spending his actions on people that aren't just impossible to, to do. Yeah, so I think he's...
So that means we need to force him against Pavel again.
So that was after Esmeralda's turn, so it's Anubis' turn.
Okay. So Anubis doesn't like this one bit, so he's going to run up here
Mm-hmm.
and bite Strahd.
That hits.
18
Yeah, that hits.
for 14 piercing, so 7.
All right, yeah, and then he makes a strength saving throw. Yeah, which he succeeds. So, all right, that's Anubis' turn, and I think he gets an extra unarmed strike against him for his trouble, kind of batting him away. Oh, but that's a critical miss.
Yep.
He bites and then ducks out of the way of Strahd's backhand. All right, you're up, Honor.
Okay, so I'm going to cast Barkskin
Okay.
because apparently I need that. I was going to wait, but hey, it's apparently a thing that I need. Yeah.
It's
So now
always so hard to like waste an action doing
Yeah.
like that. Yeah. 'Cause you want to
Yeah.
get into it.
Yeah,
Alright.
so so that's my action. Does Anubis still get a coordinated attack?
I think you have to make an attack for that to happen.
Okay.
One thing of note here, I just realized you haven't been rolling your extra damage for the mark, have you?
The Hunter's Mark.
The Hunter's Mark. No, I didn't. I don't think it counts for a.
It's only when Honor
Melee?
with Honor's attacks.
Oh,
Yeah, but
it
I
works
didn't-
for ranged attacks. So it should
Okay.
you would have gotten it for the crossbow.
Yeah, I don't know if I would have
You
gotten
can
it
roll a
with the
1d6
review.
now if you want to.
Okay.
Yeah, I think when it's not on your turn, I don't know if it applies. But yeah,
Yeah.
I'll
so-
say that he takes 3 of that.
Okay.
Okay, that was oh, did you? No, so it's Honor's turn now. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, and so that's that's pretty much what I'm gonna. I'm just
Oh,
gonna
right.
stay
So
here.
you cast Bark Skin. Now it's your turn.
Yeah.
Okay, Shadow.
All right, hang on. Please. Ah! See, if it was by round, I'd be able to do it by now, but I can't. So, you know what? I'm actually going to come here, and I am going to bite the coffin.
Okay. So because it's being held still, I think attacking it is it doesn't matter about AC, but so go ahead and do the damage.
22.
All right. You definitely sink your teeth into it and feel the wood crunching under your teeth. Make a perception check. That's pretty high. You recognize that just the feel of this wood is just very resilient, and you get the sense that any type of damage could theoretically hurt it, but there's kind of a threshold that it can sort of just shrug off attacks that are too weak, but strong enough you can get through that sort of natural resilience. And so, as long as you do enough damage in an attack, it'll stick.
So was my 22 enough?
Well, no, it's not destroyed, but you definitely damaged it.
Enough to make damage. All right. So, after I spit out some of the chunks, because splinters, ow, I say, all right, this thing can take physical damage, but you gotta do real damage. And I claw at it.
All right. Yep. All right.
15.
You destroy it. Yeah! It shatters. Yes! And Strahd turns and just says, "No!"
And that was in character.
Keep you laugh for effect. Yes. You had a taste of Strahd's lifestyle, quite literally, with this litter.
Yeah. So it shatters to pieces, and you see that contained within the base there was soil, and you can see the interior now. It's all very sort of lush, like velvet and everything, but now it shatters into pieces and falls apart into the dirt.
I spread that dirt around.
Sweet. It's good potting soil.
I have one more attack, but I think that it wouldn't be fair.
Use it to gloat.
Yeah, I just
You still have movement.
Hey,
I have movement,
up to you.
Yeah. All right. I'll get in here, and I'll claw at Strahd. Watch, I failed this time.
Okay.
That's not
No.
That is not a failure.
That hits. Yeah.
17.
All right.
Yeah.
He uses his last legendary action for this round. I think it's, and so to attack you, and it misses. But then, as his lair action, he just looks around at all of you, furious, looking at his coffin, and then backs out through the wall.
Ah!
Okay, well, that actually answers a question I had in my mind, which was, would this be a good time to play my icon? But he took off anyway, so.
Yeah.
I think he wishes you would have just used it, and then.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, but because there's some things still potentially happening, we are still in initiative.
Yep.
Zia's turn to make a death saving throw.
Okay.
That's a failure. So what's he at now? I think he had
2 successes. This is his first fail.
Okay. What about our Rockjaw? I guess your turn, right?
Stabilized at 0.
Great.
I didn't know.
Oh, right, because you spare the dying, right?
Yep.
Okay. And so, Pavel, are you taking any action before we do Esmeralda's last? Or I don't know if it's her last.
Yeah, actually.
Well, it will be her last, one way or the other, right?
Yeah, Pavel's going to run over and cast spare the dying on her as well.
Okay. All right. So, so Esmeralda is stabilized. Honor and Anubis and Shadow, are you going to do anything additional here before we get to Zia's next turn?
I don't have any spell slots left.
Well,
I can't do anything in dragon form.
I'm just asking you if you're taking any actions.
Yeah.
No.
I'm-
No.
One thing to keep in mind, if you're trained in medicine, you can stabilize with a roll
Yeah.
potentially.
Yeah, you can make a medicine check.
Nope. Not one of my skills.
All right.
I'm a dragon.
Yeah. So, okay, so I would say then Zia make one more death saving throw.
Yep. Let's see. That's
All right.
the second.
So
round.
that's 2 failures and 2 successes, but now Pavel, you have the opportunity to go cast Spare the Dying on him too if you
Absolutely.
if you like.
Yeah.
All right.
By the way,
So,
that was a lot closer than you might realize because a 1 is 2 failures.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So, I would say we're no longer in initiative at the moment. So you guys are all here in the room. You have destroyed Strahd's coffin, but Esmeralda, Zia, and Rockjaw are all unconscious, stable but unconscious.
Pavel, is there anything you can do for them? Or
I am totally out of spell slots.
I am too.
you don't even have your 5th. Esmeralda has 1 healing potion. We could force down one person's throat.
Sophie's choice.
And I'm pretty sure she'd be pissed if we used it on somebody else, but she won't wake up. Let me. I really don't want to drop.
Should we use it on Rockjaw just
He's our muscle.
as
Yeah.
the
That would be my choice. Let me just check my character sheet, see what spells I do have.
no?
Well, Rockjaw doesn't get to shake his head. He's unconscious.
I mean, I do have some spell slots, and I can cast Cure Wounds, but that means we no longer have dragon form.
That's tough.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, look, Z is a good fighter, but he also runs away.
No,
No, I mean,
Yeah.
there's only one answer if we're doing one person, but but the thing is, like, we can get them all up if I drop dragon form, and
But then you'll lose dragon form for the rest of the battle.
we're not going to have an opportunity to do a short rest.
yeah.
We can try for it, but I know we're not going to get that opportunity.
Yeah, and we don't want Strahd to heal any more than he will just by getting away.
Yeah.
So, flip a coin? Esmeralda versus Rockjaw?
No, it's again. It would always be
Yeah.
Rockjaw. It would always be Rockjaw. I don't see. I don't think it. I should leave 2 party members dead. They're stabilized, but they're
Yeah.
not going to get up on their own.
Mechanically, what it means is that in 1d4, they would each roll a 1d4, and that's how many hours until they wake up naturally.
But we wouldn't know that.
I mean, I think what you would know is you're not sure how long it would be, but it's a matter of hours, and they would probably wake up eventually, but you don't know how soon. And it would be an hour at least.
Yeah. And that gives an hour for Strahd to come back and turn them.
Yeah. But if we can go and kill him, then they can. Then even if we all die, they can wake up safely.
Oh.
Yeah, I think that makes sense.
I am thrilled with this dilemma that you guys have.
That's.
Does anybody watching the stream have any thoughts on that?
Yeah, Prince Justin,
Voices
come on!
from the voices from the ether, please give us inspiration.
From a
The shadow.
metagaming standpoint, waking up Rockjaw, I think, makes the most sense, but
Oh,
that's
yeah.
obviously,
Yeah.
And from Shadow's standpoint, character-wise, like, no, her brother wakes up first.
Okay.
Um,
If we pull,
close her eyes, her dragon eyes for a moment, and try to listen, hoping beyond hope that Argynvost has some thing of advice, and there's nothing. I'm assuming
He gave the last of his fire to bring you two back.
she
the
must
last time.
rely on herself and the choices, and She says, "You know what? Argenvost brought me back. He brought my brother back. He made us family."
Pavel is a cleric, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. I just wanted to maybe mention that and remind him that clerics have gods on their side. That's all I'm going to say.
So Shadow's going to open her eyes from her prayer and say, "Well, you know, Argenvost brought me and my brother back. He made us family. I say we use the potion on him and take our last shot. And if we die, that's it.
Yeah.
But if this is our better shot, is if we have a dragon on our side, and having Zia and Esmeralda, I'm not sure is going to really help us defeat Strahd anymore."
Yeah.
I mean, Esmeralda is a pretty capable fighter. I mean, she's training as a vampire hunter, but so is Rockjaw. Like, he's also awesome. So, Prince Justin says, "I think Rockjaw is needed to beat Strahd." That's his vote.
All right,
Yeah.
Pavel, have you prayed?
Yes.
Okay. Have you come to the same conclusion?
Yes. I think we have to go with our strengths.
Break any holy orders of yours. All right, so let's fish through Esmeralda's robes, steal her potion,
Yeah.
pours it down Rockjaw's
Are
throat.
you leaving kind of, I mean, Esmeralda's still kind of sprawled across the steps.
Yeah, I say
Zia's
we move her and Zia kind of into this little corner here together.
Okay.
I'll move Zia to the corner here, and then she can, if Tim can move her over.
I'll do it.
Yeah.
I
In
see.
reality, you know, dragon form just kind of scoop. That's wrong there.
I think I see.
So I'll allow it in the sense of Mark. Were you subtly recommending that there's a feature called divine intervention? Is that what you were
You
thinking?
know, some sort of godly connection happens from time to time.
I think that is something you have as a cleric, Pavel, and it's not a for sure thing. But I like the idea in principle. So
If we're grasping at straws here,
Yeah.
I think what it is
Yeah.
that you essentially make a request to your your deity for divine intervention, and then you roll a D100, and if the roll is lower than your level, then so it's not a great chance, but it's possible, and it doesn't
Let's
really
take a
cost you
shot.
anything to try it.
Roll B100. Yeah, my level is 10. Yeah, that didn't work out.
Yeah. No, not less than 10. But hey, it was worth a shot.
Yeah.
I think
what do you have
as
to do now anyway? You know.
as you pray to your deity, you do recall, the directive you were given when you were brought here away from your friends and transported to this place was to destroy a great evil undead, and sort of the faraway answer you get is that the divine intervention was bringing you here in the first place.
You're doing fine.
All right.
Okay. So we have these two stabilized
So
and
the
somewhat comfortable.
potion of greater healing, I want to say, is what, 4d4 plus 4?
I'm not sure because I'm not finding the stats for it, so I was just looking. You're healing, but I don't know. Somebody's really rubbing up. Oh, Tim.
Yeah.
Tim.
Yeah, we're getting a lot of crackling sound against the microphone, but it's not stopped now. So,
All right. Give me 1 second. Sorry, I was momentarily stunned. There we go. Here we go.
I think
Greater
it's,
healing. 4d4 plus 4.
Yep. All right. So go ahead and roll that 4d4 plus 4. If you're
Rocked up.
Oh, am I rolling it?
Yep. Well, whoever.
It doesn't really matter in theory.
As long as we don't all roll it.
I think it makes sense for the person taking it to roll it
Yeah.
because
I would think so.
do.
Yeah. All right.
Well, that was a terrible roll, but I did it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the, I mean, it was not as bad as it could have been. It's higher than average, theoretically.
Yeah.
Well, no, let me think.
No.
No.
Higher than the
Higher
median.
than average.
It's
No, you're
below
right. It's
average.
just below average. But yeah, okay, so yes, you, Rockjaw awakes with 12
I need
hit
a
points.
walnut.
All right, so I need to mark that greater healing has been used.
Hmm.
You destroyed the casket. Strahd?
Ran away. As he does.
He
Turn
was
tail.
really mad that we busted up his coffin.
Are those two dead?
They'll wake up. They're stabilized.
Can't heal them.
No.
They're out of spells. It'll take Zia 1 hour to wake up, but we don't know that. Would Pavel know that?
I think
Not that it
I'll let someone make a medicine check to try to get a sense of how long it might be. But I don't know that you guys want to wait a whole hour regardless.
No.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think we can.
I'm rolling for Esmeralda.
Okay.
She'll wake up in an hour.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if
Shadow.
Pavel wants to do a medicine check, he can see how long it'll take him.
I know you're dragon.
I'll do a medicine check.
You can't do everything, right?
No, I can't do spells.
But can you heal them?
I can't.
Not even.
Paralyze them, and I can hurt them.
Not as a dragon.
I can, but then we will have no hope of defeating Strahd.
I say we bring them. You will lose the dragon. Not in your heart, but
I'm like
Right.
almost dead in my elven form, and basically you're saying goodbye to me. I will use all my spells to heal them and to heal you, but I will have nothing.
it was a hope. Never mind.
Yeah. I appreciate and I agree with you.
We should bury them.
No, they're not dead. They're gonna wake up.
And when they do, they can dislodge the rocks. But until then, they will die.
Huh?
Not following.
Can you just
What
explain
a-
that a little bit?
Put rocks over them. It prevents any wandering thing from eating them.
Okay, that makes sense. All right. I'm gonna shovel
They
some rocks on
rise.
top of them. That makes sense. And make sure that there's enough holes that they can breathe through. You know.
Not crushed.
We have dirt and rubble from the coffin here.
Yeah. And just
It
throw that
also
on top.
prevents them from getting up and walking around.
Okay.
This place is strange.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. I'm peeking around the corner to see if anything's going on outside.
Make a perception check.
Okay.
So was it prophesized that we would defeat Strahd?
18. The Mother's Tomb, which is way up yonder.
Okay. That's what I thought.
Yeah,
I wasn't sure if we were in there.
the bats that are clung all over the ceiling in here seem sort of restless and sort of agitated, but you don't hear any other activity.
Okay.
I,
The natives are restless, but it's no obvious monsters out here. I think we need to get going.
all right.
So I rolled a 15 on that medicine check. With
Okay. I think you have a sense that it would be sooner rather than later, but you would know that it's going to be at least an hour.
yeah.
Okay. Is the dispel spell on this trap spell still working?
Only one way to find out.
Toss a rock in it, see if it disappears.
No,
That didn't
the rocks
work.
don't work.
Yeah.
It has to be a live person. All right.
Hang on. I'll do it. I'll do it.
You come.
All right.
Okay.
Shadow disappears in a flash of light, and a white appears in her place.
Great.
I thought I would.
Yeah.
Oh, right. I forgot about the white part.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys. I could have handled that. Oh, sorry.
Didn't
I should have had Rockjaw do it.
Okay. Okay.
So, Shadow, I think you find yourself sort of exploding out of a stone coffin down in a dank little cave. I don't know if you were ever down there before. I don't
Nope.
think you
She
were.
wasn't.
So, I think
But
probably it'll
Roxas
take
told me
you.
about it.
It'll take you a moment to get your bearings, though,
Yeah,
I think.
yeah.
So, in the meantime, I think this white is going to rush up and attack Honor.
Okay.
It's going to make 2 longsword attacks. At disadvantage.
Okay. Neither of those hit
All right.
because I still have bark skin.
Your bark skin up. Okay, yeah, so it's slashed at you. I don't think we're doing
Okay.
proper initiative for this, so
Yeah. Blood spear, 18,
that hits.
5,
It's still
and
got.
Anubis is going to boogie up here and take a chance, but that misses.
Oh dear. Yeah. Okay. Anyone else?
Yeah,
Mark, you
Pablo
wanna
moves
run
up
in?
here, and I'm gonna open fire with my light crossbow.
All right. A
Nope.
10 misses. Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
I grab
Did
some
Rock-
bits and pieces of the discarded and broken casket,
Okay.
and I'll improvise them into throwing weapons.
Okay. So make sure you're attacking with dex rather than strength as a range, but otherwise, yeah.
Yeah, do I have any other dex? I don't have any other dex attacks, so -9 on this roll then. minus 9.
Minus
Well,
9.
he's going to use
I'm going to
your.
use the regular improvised weapon roll, but it's calculated on strength.
Yeah.
That
So
based on
Gotcha.
so. Still a 10, but
10. Yeah, a 10 misses, unfortunately.
I do have 2 attacks, but I don't think. 20. No, sorry, an 18. No, what is it?
17.
Yeah,
17.
17 hits.
Okay. Hopefully, I can take it out with a chunk of Strahd's own coffin. But I don't get to hit Strahd with it.
Yeah.
And I'm not raging, so.
Yeah, you guys remember from fighting a couple of these
Oh.
things that they're a little bit tougher than that. So it's
Actually, that's only 4 points of damage because it's dex based.
yeah, and it's also
Probably resistant too.
it's resistant. Yeah, so you scrape its cheek a little bit. All right, so it's gonna attack Anubis this time. 2 longsword attacks. 11
Both
and
of those
10.
miss.
Yep.
All right. And so I'm going to hit it with blood spear again.
Okay.
24
That hits.
for 9 piercing. And Anubis is going to hit it for 18,
18.
14 piercing.
All right.
And then he gets his own attack, which misses.
All right. So he was knocked prone though. So his second attack is actually at advantage. But it
Still
11
misses.
still misses. Yeah. So it's prone now. So Shadow, I think at this point you've kind of recognized from the description that you had that you just need to. Here's the thing though. I'm not going to make you roll to climb, but I'm going to say that the shaft is too small to fly up because you can't
Okay, so I have
extend
to
your
climb.
wings.
So that's going to be 40 feet speed
Yeah.
instead of 30 feet.
So you're on your way, but not back yet.
Okay.
All right, Pavel, Rockjaw.
I'm gonna hit him with the or gonna attempt to hit it with the crossbow again.
Okay. That'll do it.
Okay. 3.
All right. Yeah, it doesn't hurt it very much.
It's a light crossbow.
Yeah, it's also resistant to non-magical damage, and
Yeah.
so it takes one damage.
Yeah.
Rockjaw?
Got more stuff to throw at him? I say throw more stuff.
Yeah,
It makes
really.
it a magical
Yeah.
weapon because it's improvised.
No, it's not magical. It's just.
I thought improvised meant it was magical.
No, it meant
No.
I can pretty much grab anything and throw it.
Oh, okay.
But with the dex, I'm not going to hit that much.
Getting close, use your mace.
I'm going to pass up a moment just because he's stymied. He's not feeling very strong. He doesn't want to waste anything against this thing.
Okay.
Okay.
So,
I would recommend that Rockjaw take a couple of those pieces of the coffin and like stick them in his pockets.
the white is going to make an attack against Honor and Anubis, one each.
And miss.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then Blitzbear.
All right.
20.
Yep.
10.
All right. Whittling them
And-
down. Looking pretty rough now.
Anubis. 25.
All right. Oh yeah. Yep. That hits.
For 25.
Yeah, and
Minus-
that takes it out.
Okay.
Anubis snipes the kill again.
He always does.
All right.
That's all
So
right.
I think by this time, Shadow, you have made your way out of that vault shaft, and you can kind of come back up around to here.
Okay.
So you moved yourself, but I can.
I started to move and let go, and then it moved.
Yeah, because you were trying to move it at the same time I was moving.
Yeah.
But yeah, so you've come up around again. So now you're
Okay.
You're here.
Don't step there, guys.
Yeah. I think probably what we should do is see if we can destroy the stones. I mean, do we know where the trap is? I don't have my find trap spell anymore, but
Actually, we wrote on chalk on the floor, I think.
yeah.
Well, you
we
the one place where you dispelled it.
right, but we also know that it was up here too.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I think we can safely assume that it's also over here. If we destroy like the stones that the trap spell is attached to, maybe we can destroy the spell.
Can I just fly you guys over?
No, because if you sail over, you also get trapped.
That's right.
I
Okay.
tried to jump it.
Right.
So the
Long pieces of the coffin left. Like say what long?
If you're thinking like for pole vault, I don't think there's any pieces that big.
No, I'm just thinking for reach.
Oh,
um,
I'd say there's maybe a couple of pieces, but they're sort of just like long, splintered, plank-like things.
Okay.
Well, there's only one way to tell if there is one over here as well. It's up to you guys.
How many more of those things can there be? There are only so many coffins.
There were
Maybe
16.
we should go.
There were 16, and we've done it a bunch. I haven't
Yeah.
been counting.
We've probably done at least half.
Maybe not even. I don't think we've done 8. I'd say
well,
around
look,
5 or 6.
I've been down there before, so I can do it again.
The only way through might be through.
okay, so like all of us pass through those and then climb up the other side, and then that's how we get through to here, or to out of this thing.
And there will be one of those things for each of us that passes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We do it one at a time to not bring numbers. I will carry the bodies.
I thought we were leaving the bodies under the stones.
Yeah.
That's why we buried them.
We cannot
Yeah.
leave them in here because we cannot retrieve them. And they cannot leave.
Oh.
Yeah, that's true.
All right.
Wait.
Okay.
Wait, but if you
What
bring
if I
bodies,
carry
that's
more of
another
you?
white.
What if I carry more of you? Do we know if it's one per traveler or one per trick?
Hey,
Well, why
Pavel,
don't you take
Pavel,
the-
make a religion check.
Okay.
You're getting just a little bit of a sort of a strange feeling that's drawing your attention to those 3 alcoves along the south wall.
Oh no, this is not good. Now I'm on the outside. Ugh. Make a run for it.
There's something about those alcoves. No one looked in those alcoves? We were a little
No.
bit busy, right?
Yeah.
Make a run for it.
Yep, I think so.
Well, so I did not say something is attacking you. I'm
No, I
saying he felt something drawing his attention there.
Does he look?
I'm going to turn around and go investigate.
Oh boy.
I feel spiritual calling.
God, I hope it's a spiritual calling.
All right.
So let's see. Yeah, so you step into that one on the the eastmost one, and you don't. Yeah, nothing seems to happen.
Okay. I wait a few seconds. Nothing. So then I go check out the one next door.
All right. Nothing.
Nothing happens there. Okay. I know you guys are all looking at me like I'm crazy, but I'm gonna go check out the third one.
As soon as he enters that one, he disappears.
Ah!
But a white does not appear in his place.
Aha! Shall we wait to see if he returns to us?
All right. If you guys are going to just like give it a second to try to see, like, wait, is
Yes.
something else going to happen?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So,
Yeah, and I'll tell Shadow that that's what happened. Is that the crazy person stepped into an alcove and then disappeared, but no
all
fight.
right. So,
Let's give him time.
So Pavel, you emerge in darkness, but you can get a sense around you that you're in a small stone chamber, much like the various individual crypts in the catacombs here.
Okay.
And you realize that you have there are two sort of little, separated areas within this, and you have appeared in like one half of this thing, and so there's the stone door, and then the other half of this small crypt.
Okay. So this is like a hospital room, except instead of having a private room, I got a semi-private one.
My private trip.
Yeah.
You
okay.
really gotta pay for go for the fully private crypt.
Yeah, the insurance wouldn't. Yeah.
User's insurance.
Okay, so it's.
So I mean, if you're right now
I'm not a humanoid, so I don't think
yeah,
so.
you don't have natural dark vision, but I think you
Okay.
have the light cantrip.
That's right. That is a cantrip.
Yep.
No, I don't.
You don't? Okay. Well, so
Okay.
I would say, after a moment, you recognize that you are in one of these crypts, and so, like I
Okay,
said,
so I'm-
if you're just feeling around, you
I'm
feel
feeling
that
around for
there's
the
the door, and then are you looking for like are you feeling into the other half of this place?
Right now, I am looking for a way out of it. So no,
Okay.
I'm not feeling around the other half.
All right. So go ahead and make an athletics check as you kind of find the closed stone door. All right. Yeah. So you shove the door open, and you are Shadow. You hear a scraping from around kind of behind you, and Pavel, you emerge from this crypt right here. Bloop.
Oh, okay.
Hey guys, Pavel's okay. Maybe we might want to leave a note for the sleeping people, about which alcove to go through, and you guys go into whatever alcove Pavel went into.
Okay. Do we have anything to write that down with?
Chalk.
Oh. Okay.
All right. So
It does mean you'll be safer here than I thought.
Yeah.
all right. So you write a message with chalk above, by the western alcove to say
Go through this one.
Don't
So-
run away. Go through this one. Ah,
All right.
they know me.
Yeah. So what I'll say is that each of you, as you enter that place, find yourself suddenly transported to that same other crypt. Now that the door is open, and those of you who are looking there with the ability to see in the dark, see that above the two alcoves that are the two halves of this crypt, there's carved the following words: "Pass not these portals, ye foolish mortals." And you are all coming out of one side of that little crypt area.
Gotcha. Apparently, we could have gone in this way.
It may not pass in both directions. These are strange doors.
Let's go to the mother's tomb.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. Heading to the mother's tomb. I think I'm going to shift our ambiance again. Let's see.
I haven't heard any ambience in a while.
Oh, okay.
No,
Well,
I'm
I mean,
here.
it's still
Just drop.
playing on my end.
Yep,
Oh,
me
okay.
too.
Yep.
That's fine. I just didn't notice it till you mentioned it. So
All right. So, as you guys make your way up to where you've been told the mother's tomb is, the tomb of where King Barov and Queen Ravenovia were buried, Strahd's parents, you hadn't explored very closely. You'd only kind of just seen a strange sort of glow of bluish light from that area. As you now approach closer, wide steps descend to a landing flanked by 2 alcoves. Within each alcove, taking up the full 30-foot height of the ceiling, is a bronze statue of a warrior holding a spear. A soft blue curtain of light flows between the 2 alcoves. Dimly visible on the other side of the curtain are more descending stairs. And before we proceed, I want to check something really quick. It's going to take me a second.
no problem. Prince
I mean-
Justin says the ambiance is faint, if anything.
Okay, I can maybe turn it up a bit.
I don't mind faint ambiance.
Yeah. All right.
Ooh,
Ah, there we go.
there we go.
Suitably creepy.
Yeah. It's because. Oh well, it's fine. Okay.
For those of you watching at home, the reason I'm half out of the screen is that a dog is demanding my attention and wants his tummy scritched, and so I'm leaning over to
The curse of
the
dog.
laptop and scritching a tummy at the same time.
We are at Dog's Castle now.
Okay. All right. Of the things I just checked, one of them surprised me a little bit, but it worked out. All right. So, yes, you guys see this curtain of light. Dimly visible on the other side of the curtain are more descending stairs. And I guess I can have it, reveal the, more descending stairs.
It sounds like somebody's walking. Oy, something very big. None of us have trap sense, do we?
Nope.
Nope.
Okay. Who wants to go first? Should it be the dragon?
Or
This
I
isn't-
can do it. Anubis and I can do it. Or we can all just go together.
Lions and tigers and bears.
Oh
Proceed
my!
carefully.
Yeah, come on, Pavel.
Okay.
Just to, out of character to make it clear, use the dodge action as we move through.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, absolutely. Seconded.
It's really
Alright.
funny when a dragon does the dodge action. It ends up looking like the dragon's trying to dab. It doesn't really.
All right.
Well, you could leap into the air.
That's true.
All right.
I'm dodging while flying.
Okay, let's just all do the thriller dance
Alright.
as we go through.
So, here's what happens as you all attempt to step through the curtain together.
Yes.
Shadow,
Yes.
you pass right through, but you realize now you're alone.
Oh no!
The rest of you find yourselves suddenly standing back at the top of the stairs with Shadow on the other side.
Maybe it'll only let one of us in at a time, or
You're not sure. But let me also just describe what you see in here, and let me go ahead and let me set this up. I didn't actually set up this room the way I meant to, but it's fine because I'll just do it right now.
do it live.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, let me get rid of that. So, first let me just describe the room, and bear in mind only Shadow sees this because she passed through and the others were teleported back. This tomb rests in hushed silence. Tall stained glass windows dominate the eastern walls, allowing dim light to fall on 2 coffins resting atop white marble slabs. The one against the north wall is marked King Barov von Zarovich, and the one against the south wall is marked Queen Ravenovia van Royen. The vaulted ceiling 30 feet overhead is inlaid with beautiful gold mosaic. And in addition to the room itself, what you see 3 figures. You see Strahd, and you see Irina standing there looking kind of dazed. And you see the body of Ismark still in the animated armor.
Oh, so these are actual. This is actually Strahd, actually Irina.
Yes, like there are people in the room.
Gotcha.
So Ismark's body, still kind of it's kind of very beat up and damaged. The head that emerges from this animated armor, still eyes kind of staring blankly as the head kind of rests limp to one side, but the armor standing, and it looks like it's been repaired. And Irina is standing there too in a very sort of like beautiful silk formal dress, and she is standing there with just sort of a vague puzzled expression on her face, kind of staring into space. But Strahd is kind of kneeled by the side of the coffin marked with the queen, and as you cross in, he turns his head to you in anger, but you can see tears of blood coming down his cheeks and just a snarl of frustration, and just says, none of you understand what it's like. None of you understand I did everything right, and yet I have been denied everything.
You're starting from a false premise. Guys, Strahd is in here. Come in here. Also, Irina and messed up Ismark.
We're rolling initiative.
Alrighty then.
So let's see. I'm just going to clear it out.
Tell
and
me
everyone
when.
do their own new initiative.
Yep.
Right.
Do we hear and see through the curtain?
Yes, I think you hear all of that.
Okay.
Oh, no
Another
great high
crummy
initiative this
roll.
time. Alright, I'm gonna close
Ismark and
these.
Irina are not rolling initiative.
Oh, that's helpful for now.
All right. Fewer parties to roll initiative this time. So Rockjaw, you hear that, but you also know that Shadow has now just crossed into the this tomb by herself, and you were all teleported back to the top of the stairs.
I'm going to try to move through it.
All right. You take your turn to do that, and find yourself popping back up to the top of the stairs again.
Oh!
Right.
That was just my move. Do I have?
Yeah, I mean you can take an action if you like.
I'm going to yell out, "I cannot pass! Retreat if you can." That's my action.
All right. I think with a legendary action, Strahd zooms up to be right next to you.
Of course he does.
Shadow, yeah. Anubis.
Anyone ever tell you you're a close talker, Strahd? He's one of those close talker vampires. Oh.
Anubis is going to hold his action and dodge if Strahd comes through or if anything else comes through to attack, but otherwise he's just going to stay put because he's a wolf.
All right. Yep.
He's a wolf.
Well, it's not like he can express complex thoughts.
It's the best. It's the best explanation ever, though. He's a wolf, you know.
So here's something that I'm just going to rule, okay? Right now, Shadow, you are just outside the effective radius of Pavel's icon. And so Strahd is making... Oh, you have the icon.
I have the
You're
one
right.
that...
No, you're right. Okay, never mind. So what it means then is the rest of you are just outside the radius of the icon.
Maybe that's why.
But yes, so he's making an attack against you, so it's still a disadvantage. So that's 14. I think it misses for your dragon form.
Misses, yes.
Yeah. All right. But yes, so that was a legendary action attack. Pavel.
I'm going to attempt to go through too.
All right. You no effect. You pop right back to the top of the stairs. You can make another religion check if you want.
Okay, yeah, I'm going to do that.
Ooh, that's high. You feel as passing through that the magic of this curtain is trying to judge the content of your character, and it found you wanting in some way.
So I relay that to the others. That's we are being judged by this curtain, and apparently, at least, Rockjaw and I did not measure up.
Well, all 4 of us didn't measure up.
Did you shout that loud enough that I could hear it 30 feet away?
I don't see why not. Yeah, I did shout that. You can hear it. I would think that she could hear that, right?
I think you're only like 30 feet away, so I think you can hear it. But yeah, so I think Strahd is making another 2 unarmed strikes against you on his turn, Shadow.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so the 23 and a 12, so I think 12 misses, but the 23...
23 hits.
And so that's 17, so 6 bludgeoning and 11 necrotic.
That's, alright, mine is 17. Doke.
Alright, Honor.
Okay, I am going to try something new. I am going to move down to just the base of the steps, and I'm going to try and shoot through the magic curtain and hit Strahd.
Okay.
For bonus first, I want to hit him with Hunter's Mark.
Okay.
Because I can kind of sort of see him from this angle.
You can see him, and so you feel the spell take hold.
Okay.
But when you fire the crossbow, you see the bolt enter the field and then slow to a stop, and then when it stops its forward momentum, it just goes dunk, 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 down the stairs. And Strahd makes another unarmed strike against you.
Yep.
That's a 20, so that's going to be another 10 and 23 necrotic this time.
Oh, wow.
That's a bunch. That's 33. Alright.
Alright, so it is now your turn, though, Shadow, in your dragon form.
I am going to disengage.
Yeah?
And attempt to fly out.
Okay, fly back out through the curtain?
Yep.
Yep. You do so without difficulty.
Good. I don't want to cover Anubis, but I want to be in this row.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That sucked.
Strahd is doing that thing from the Phantom Menace where Darth Maul was pacing back and forth like an animal behind that pink force field thing.
Uh-huh.
He's just glowering at all of you, and you can see just like tear streaks of blood down his cheeks, just this ferocity in his face, and he's just saying, "None of you understand the burden that I carry." Rockjaw, you're up.
So did they see the crossbow bolt fail to penetrate?
I think everybody saw that happen.
Okay.
I guess I'll walk to the edge of it and look at the statue that's next to me here. See if I get the right screen. There we go. So I'll go right to that point and just look up at the statue.
Make a perception check. Yeah, so I think the statues are very tall. They look pretty heavy. You can see that the magic curtain does not extend behind them, but it's a very narrow space you don't think you would fit to try to crawl around behind them. A smaller creature than you might be able to, but you're too big.
Is that my action, or can I take an action?
I think you can take an action if you want.
My action is to dodge.
All right.
I'm keeping wary, watching where Strahd is.
Okay.
Kind of mirroring in some ways the action he's doing, but kind of the opposite version, not the attack but the dodge.
Nice. All right, Anubis. Still kind of holding action, I would guess.
Yeah, he's gonna come up, but just behind me, but he's holding that dodge action just in case.
Pavel. Oh, Pavel's away from the computer for a moment, so we'll do Strahd's turn. We'll come back to Pavel in a minute. Strahd is making a Ray of Frost attack against you, Honor.
Okay.
So this is with disadvantage. So 17.
That'll hit.
Yeah. So let's see. He gets. What are the cantrip things, right? Like where cantrips level up is at 5, and then is it at 10? I'm trying.
I don't know.
Because because the spell automatic macros are not working for me right now, so it should be. Oh, I see. Yeah, it's 11. It's level 11 that it upgrades again. So okay, he's getting. So that is 8 cold damage against you, Honor, and you find yourself feeling like you wouldn't be able to move quite as quickly in your next turn.
Okay.
That's Strahd's
Well, that's
turn.
all right.
Pavel, we skipped your turn because you weren't here, but go ahead and do it now.
Light up the icon.
I'm sorry, what'd you say?
I said light up the icon.
Sure. Yeah, let's light up the icon.
All right, initiating the sunlight feature.
Yep.
All right. As you once again hold up the holy symbol of Ravenkind and feel what good exists in this place, the lingering remnant of whatever good deities once ruled over these lands before darkness took hold, you feel it channeling through you, and it begins to glow with brilliant natural sunlight. And Strahd immediately... And so I ruled that he did the Ray of Frost already, but he uses his movement to duck out of sight behind the around the corner, so he's no longer in the sunlight.
Uh-huh.
Are you going to move or anything?
I don't know if the icon will make a difference and allow me to get through the curtain or not, but I'm going to try it.
Okay. You step forward, and you can see the sunlight sort of filling more and more of the room as you step closer and closer. And there's a little bit of a sense that you feel like the symbol wants to go through, but once again, when you find yourself teleported back up to the top of the stairs.
Huh. Okay.
All right. Honor?
Okay. I have a crowbar and I have a blood spear. Can I knock these statues down?
Make a perception check.
18.
You get the sense that these statues are 20 foot tall and apparently made of solid bronze, which is not to say that it would be impossible to eventually topple one, but not quickly.
Okay.
Or at least not like with you and a crowbar, anyway.
Yeah, you would need Rockjaw involved.
You audibly said that intention.
Yeah.
Maybe I could try it on my turn because I can go through the curtain.
Yeah. Because otherwise I don't have a whole lot that I can do
So just
other than attack.
hold the
I
defense.
can say, hey, Strahd's over that way, but other than
Alright.
that,
So, Shadow, your turn.
Yeah. So I'm going to try to knock over one of these guys.
All
gonna-
right.
okay.
Make an athletics check. Which one are you going for?
I'll go for this one.
Okay.
And just a point of note, and maybe you can help me understand because I can't find an answer. I've been treating this as I've used my breath once this entire session.
I would say
and
it's
I've been
your breath
rolling
is
to re-
restored. by this time.
Okay, so I only have to once I'm out of initiative. I can
In
use it again?
combat, it's once you roll each
Okay.
round, but when it's been several minutes outside of combat, I feel like you would get it back.
Okay, so I probably could have used my breath a bit earlier,
Mhm.
but that's okay. So athletics. Let's see.
Just strength if you don't have the specific skill in the dragon form. Probably don't.
Yeah, let's try that.
You feel like you get a little bit of a groaning from the statue. The statue is too big. It's not to say that I mean, it's physical. It's not magically reinforced, but it's just big and it's solid metal. So you're not able to budge it much. But make another perception check while you're in there.
Okay. Gotta find it. Here we go. Not much.
Yeah, so you are not sure what Strahd is up to while you're trying to do that.
So,
I think that's probably your turn.
yeah, that's my turn, and I think I'll just stay where I am
All right.
because
So-
it's not hurting me to be in this curtain, right?
No, in fact, it's kind of warm.
Oh, that's nice.
I mean, essentially, now that Pavel kind of pointed it out, I mean, what it feels like to you is that it deems you worthy.
Yeah. Which is nice. It kind of reminds me of being home.
Yeah.
And also very interesting because Strahd could go through it.
Well,
We don't know.
you don't
he
know that
could
it went
pass
through
through
the
a
curtain.
wall.
Walls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Rockjaw. It's tricky, right?
Well, yeah. He'll growl out to the universe, I guess.
Just,
I have come to remove the curse of Strahd. Let me pass.
And I'll try to walk through.
Okay. Unfortunately, you find yourself teleported back up. But make a perception check for the instant that you are seeing through the curtain a little bit more.
I can't see them.
You notice something as you are just about to find yourself zipped back up to the top of the stairs. Ismark's head previously had been kind of just hanging limp to the side. Now it's upright.
Oh, yay.
Bismarck moved. His head. I don't know what that means.
Is Anubis doing anything? Or
No.
how about Pavel?
He's just holding his action.
Okay.
Pavel's honestly not sure what to do.
All right.
Yeah, I guess just stand my ground for now. I'm not. Yeah, tried going through twice. Once with the icon. I'm not quite sure what to do.
Okay.
So, I think. Do you have any other thought that you thought you were going to try, Honor?
Yes.
Yeah.
I was going to provide assistance to Shadow if she wanted to try and pull the statue down again.
Okay. So Shadow, you want to make another attempt there with advantage?
Sure. Let's do this. Let's see if this works. So just a strength.
Cross my fingers.
Oh, woo!
Yeah. You feel like you hear a little bit of a crack and a little more of a metal groan. The curtain is still in place, but you feel like you've made some progress. But here's what also happens. I think all of you notice when Ismark takes a step forward, and you see there's a very awkward gait because his face is still pale and damaged and wounded and beat up, but you can see now that there's a clarity in his eyes, and you are actually reminded of the revenants back at Argynvostholt. And you can see that he is not alive, but he's in there. and he's fighting against the animated armor and taking a step forward and stepping forward until he stands at the threshold of this curtain. He holds up against it and he parts it.
Ooh.
And then he looks at all of you and you see he has just a moment. You can tell that he's giving everything for this, but he just says, "Save my sister."
Yeah.
All right.
Yes.
Rockjaw.
Ooh, betcha.
There is now a gap in the curtain.
I would like to go through the gap.
Do it.
Let's see if I'm trying. I try to anyway. 40 open right there.
Okay.
Do I pass through?
Yes. You pass through the gap that Ismark is making. He's like holding it open.
I scan the room for Strahd.
Yep. I think you see him. He's there in the corner where I've got his token. But he looks at you in horror, and I think that
One more lesson.
And I will rage.
all right. Do you have more rages? How many rages?
That is my last.
All
I've
right.
been very conservative with them.
Nice. Great.
I want to save one for this battle.
All right. Well.
Rage on.
So I think that seeing you there alone in weakness is even in the he's going to risk the sunlight though. He's going to rush at you and no, with the legendary action he can only move. Okay, never mind. He's not doing that. Okay, Anubis.
Anubis is going to run through.
All right. Yep. All right, Pavel.
So it's Pavel with icon held high.
All right.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think I can only do 30, right?
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
unless you dash, but if you dash, you can move double, but you have no action remaining.
Okay, yeah, actually, I am going to dash and run around the corner here so that I can shine the icon to where Strahd went.
Okay, and as you bring it around the corner and the sunlight once again floods that little corner, you see him recoil in fear, and there's real panic in his eyes. And in fact, it is his turn now, and he's going to take damage just from starting his turn in the sunlight. Let me double check how much that is. Yeah, he takes 20 damage just from the sunlight. And you see him just say, "You will not take this last place from me!" And he rushes up and he's just going to try to wail on you. And you've stripped him of so many of his tricks. He's down. Actually, you know what? Let me. I think actually what he's gonna do. No, okay, yeah, he's just attacking. Yeah, straight up attack. All right, so 13 and 15 since that stupid disadvantage. All right, yeah, so he's missing. He's like struggling. He's blinded by the sunlight from the holy symbol you're carrying. All right, Honor.
Very exciting.
All right, hold on just 1 second. All right, so Honor is also going to run through the gap
All right.
to here.
Okay.
And she's going to fire heavy crossbow at him
Okay.
because sharpshooter.
Yep.
And it's going to be a fire arrow. So let's see how this does.
Not so good.
Nope.
I think I'm
Okay.
putting us back on
Yeah.
The battle drums. Yeah. So I think actually with a critical miss, this is high stakes now. So I think roll that damage and you hit Pavel.
I hit Pavel?
Yeah. Whoops. Critical miss.
Well, it's only 8.
What
Yeah.
about his armor?
It's a critical miss. She hit him in the back of the head. He was not guarding against that direction.
Gotcha.
So I take
So 8 piercing damage. Yeah.
8 piercing damage in the head. This is not good.
Yeah.
No.
You've got a cut on your scalp now that's dripping blood down your cheek.
All Strahd has to do is to wait for us to destroy ourselves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, but Shadow, you're up now.
Yeah, I wish you guys left me a path.
You can just go through.
Yeah, fly over.
No, I meant to Strahd.
Well, how high are the ceilings?
Come around.
It's 30
I'll
feet.
Yeah, it's 30 feet.
Perch here, and I'm gonna use my breath.
All right. He makes a Constitution saving throw. 21.
Damn it!
So still only
Oh,
half,
that's
but
okay. That's okay.
Yeah.
That's how we do. And I assume with a breath, I don't have any other attacks.
Correct.
I mean, it says that there's multi-attack, but no.
All right. I think a specter comes in for this lair action. It's coming right down to it, man. You guys have, like he has so many things he can do, but you guys have exhausted a lot of them. So, you see, I think a specter swoops in, and it's going to try to take a swing at Honor. No, not at Honor. It makes it. Why am I being nice? It's attacking Rockjaw for sure. All right.
12.
12 misses.
Yeah. All right. Yep. So the specter swipes at you, but then fades away. All right. So that means it's your turn now, Rockjaw.
Throw something.
No, it's going to be right up close here, I think. About all I can really do anyway. Throwing stuff has not really worked out much in my favor.
I know. I just don't like people blocking me.
I will move in and kind of tuck around and move in beside Strahd.
All right.
Take one swipe with the mace.
Okay.
Not recklessly.
Okay.
Good point. Good plan.
All right. 18 hits.
So 14.
Yeah.
Then I'm going to grab at him. Actually, well, I'm going to make an unarmed strike.
Okay.
Use my bonus to grab at him.
Beat him at his own game.
Yeah. So you've made the unarmed strike, so you can roll the damage.
Okay.
So that's the
13.
13. Well, 13 is not the 13 is not magic though, so it's half of that.
No.
Yeah.
And then I can attempt to grab him, right?
Yes.
So one other thing I have held on to for a long time. A point of inspiration earned from jumping down the tower. I'm going to spend that point of inspiration now to give myself advantage.
Okay.
Nice.
Well, you're raging, so wouldn't an athletics attempt to grapple have
Never
advantage
mind,
anyway?
I already have advantage.
I loved it otherwise, but you just didn't need it.
I have an extra point of resource if I can do it.
Yeah.
So, 23, not as good as it could have been.
Animal handling?
Sorry, that is the wrong roll. That's why it's so low.
All right, he got an. All right, yeah, you grapple him,
All right.
which in this context, everyone should understand means you've got a hold of him.
And now, I will drag him out to the center of the room where everybody will be able to attack him, and he can't get away from the light.
Yay!
So you moved like 20 feet to get where you are. So I think you can only drag him about 5 feet.
Well, I have 40 feet of movement, and it's half
Okay.
movement for
Yeah,
dragging.
so you can drag him 10
10
feet
feet.
then.
So that's 10 feet for me there.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
All right. Yeah, okay. And I think he is going to make a legendary unarmed strike against you. So that's an 18. So
That
10
is a
bludgeoning and 16 necrotic.
Oh. So that makes
So
it
that's it would be 13.
13. I go down.
Oh, no.
Oh no!
So Rockjaw, with the last of his strength, dragging Strahd out into the exposed area. Strahd strikes out, takes the last of his strength. Anubis.
Okay. Anubis is going to bite Strahd.
All right. I'm going to try.
Yep. 11, so he
Fail,
misses.
unfortunately, yeah. All right. Strahd is going to make an unarmed strike against Anubis. That's a 22. So it's
Yep.
5 bludgeoning and 15 necrotic.
Okay, so 20.
All right. Pavel,
Mace attack against Strahd.
are you using your special mace this time?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh wait,
Mace
Yeah.
disruption.
no, I am not using that mace. No,
Why
I'm
not?
using-
Why not?
Because I've got a big note written here saying don't use the Mace of Disruption on vampires.
Because you're saving it for this very moment is the
Oh.
exact reason.
Well,
Yeah.
carry on then.
Because if you use it against a vampire, it will dissolve at the end of the attack. But that's why you were saving it for this fight.
And this is probably the last attack, so.
It is the thigh bone of Saint Markovia. She would want you to hit Strahd with it.
Who am I to say no?
Yes,
except
you
that I
would.
Well,
missed.
she would want you to hit him better than that. But it was so technically you have not activated the thing. You have not connected, so it's
Okay.
fine still. All right.
All
So
good.
it is Strahd's turn again now, and I think he is. He's definitely looking all around. You can see real fear in his face, and he's just raging at all of you and says, No, you don't understand. I've worked hard for this and everything has been taken from me. You are the ones that are monsters here. And he is going to attack, I think he's going to attack you, Shadow.
Okay. I mean, objectively, from his perspective, he's not wrong. We've done some
Yeah.
pretty awful things to him. But he's evil.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
okay.
that's a 23. So it's not the crit, but it's still 9 bludgeoning and 13 necrotic. And then another one. Oh, that's a critical miss, so. Yeah, so that one misses.
So what happens with a critical miss?
Nothing for him.
No, he has no allies.
So that makes it your turn, Honor.
Okay. I am going to move over here. And I'm going to once again try. Well, or I could just come up here and hit him with Blood Spear. That's what I'm going to do.
All right.
22,
That hits.
7,
7.
and then Hunter's Mark. So plus 3,
All right, yep.
and then plus Anubis. 25
Crit. Yeah, nice.
for
21.
21, so 10.
I swear, if he steals this kill too, I'm going to be a little bit annoyed.
If he steals this kill, at least he will be dead.
Hey, all of you are teaming up on this one, for sure. Yeah, so look, Anubis pulls him prone.
Woo!
Strahd is prone.
He has
Put that
legendary
on
resistance, but that's for saving throws, not that doesn't work on. And I think he only has one of those left. Anyway,
Well, no, it's a strength saving throw.
no. Oh, you're right. It is a strength saving throw. So yeah, I'm sorry. He does not pull prone. He chooses to not be pulled prone. He wants to retain
very
his
cool.
dignity to the end, if he can.
Yeah, but he does lose a chunk of his cape.
Yeah. Oh, he's looking messed up now. Right now, he looks more messed up than you guys have ever seen him by a margin. It's like he's you guys have hurt him, and he is not regenerating because of the sunlight. For that matter, actually, he's supposed to take another
Oh.
more damage from the sunlight, actually, on his turn. Okay. Shadow, you're up.
Oh, yay. Hang on. Yes. Okay. So where is he in relation to everybody else? So
Well, he's right in the
He's
middle.
surrounded.
Yeah.
I know. I'm just moving so that I can see if I have to move to focus my cone on just him.
I think there's really nowhere you can stand where you would only get him.
Just claw at him.
Yeah.
Dang it. Yeah, but my breath is so much cooler. Literally. Fine. Bite. That gets him.
Technically, if you hit all 3 with attacks, it's more damage anyway. But yes, that hits.
28.
28. And that's 14. Yeah, he's looking pretty rough.
That hits.
That hits.
18.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that hits.
Mm-hmm.
16.
Okay, he
Oh,
is
wow.
really bad. He is really bad right now. He is, he is coming apart. He is looking super bad. And I think you get a legendary unarmed strike against you.
Yeah, I
That's
expected
a
that.
25, so
Alright,
that's another
okay.
19 damage for you.
All right. Right.
All right, Rockjaw, death saving throw?
Yeah, for now, that's all I'm going to do.
All right,
That's
that's a
one.
success. All right, Anubis.
Anubis is going to bite him.
All right,
10, so he misses.
Yeah, he misses. Pavel, you're up.
Mace of Destruction.
Disruption, but yeah.
Disruption. Well, I'm kind of hoping it'll have that effect anyway.
All right. Oh no, still no.
Oh,
Hey.
But this actually, it's a little bit fitting actually, because it is Strahd's turn now, and I think he's going to make one more swipe at Shadow. So that's a 17 for another 21. or
nope,
to the-
does not hit.
Oh, okay, great.
18.
So, hang on. So what happens is that it's his turn now, but he is still in the sunlight and weakened from all of these attacks, surrounded by all of you working together to take him on. You see the sunlight is just continuing to sear him and burn him. His flesh is flaking and peeling and scorching, and you can see in his eyes. There's Strahd can't hide his surprise as death takes him into the black abyss. Surprise
This is
turns
awesome.
to rage, and the pillar stone of Ravenloft trembles with fury, shaking from the ceiling of the tomb. The shudders abate as Strahd's burning hatred melts away, replaced at last with relief. The dark orbs of his eyes wither and sink into his skull as his corpse deteriorates before you. In a matter of moments, only bones, dust, and noble garb remain. Strahd von Zarovich, the Dark Lord of Barovia, is dead and gone.
Yay! By the way, as you described that, I totally pictured Terry Pratchett's death coming to claim him.
That would be awesome.
So, if you had not destroyed his coffin, he would at this point have turned into a cloud of mist and then gone back to his coffin and then regenerated. So, congratulations,
did it.
guys.
Yes.
Wow.
I think as you're standing there looking down at this, sort of just reeling with the realization of this, you hear kind of from behind you, wait, what? Ismark! And you hear from behind you, Irina, now restored to her senses, rushes forward to her brother in the armor, but as soon as she touches him, he just collapses, and she is crying over him. No, Ismark.
Is he dead?
You can make a medicine check, but he seemed like he was dead before, and now he is not responsive. So,
I'm a
Okay.
dragon, so is he dead?
make a. I think you guys are pretty sure that he is dead, and then it was only some last remnant of divine magic of some kind that allowed him just an instant,
Okay.
as foretold by the prophecy that Ismark would be your powerful ally in the fight against Strahd.
It's true. He was.
Any sign of the sun sword in Strahd's remains?
Nope.
Nope.
I
Okay.
don't need it anymore.
Yeah. It can stay with Sergei.
Oh, I can stabilize Rockjaw
Rockjaw?
now.
Yeah, let's do that.
All right.
So we gotta get out of here now.
Well, we did leave a couple people behind.
Yeah, we gotta get our people. We gotta get out of here.
If only we had a dragon who could give us all a
So
ride.
there's there's actually like in this whole little epilogue bit, there's a number of things that it's like this happens and then this happens and then this happens, but you guys were pretty thorough and you took care of a lot of these potential follow-up dangers in advance. So good for you. I
Yay.
think
So
that
they don't happen.
I think that we're going to go to a little bit of montage here.
Okay.
You guys find that this blue curtain has no effect on you coming the other direction, east to west. You pass through it unaffected. You have kind of an intuitive understand. Just from a meta sense, it strictly requires creatures of a lawful good alignment, specifically, and that actually is Shadow's alignment.
I was thinking about that, and I was like, "Am I the only lawful good?" And then I said, "Pavel's got to be lawful good."
No, he's lawful neutral.
Yeah.
Ah,
Yeah.
Do what needs to be done.
there is
In
a
any
reason
event.
why I almost always pick lawful good for characters.
So, all of you. So, first of all, I think all of you are kind of collecting your thoughts, making sure you're kind of all okay. And I think probably, at some point, you go and retrieve Esmeralda and Zia's unconscious bodies and kind of bring them just so that everyone's together. Which
How
about
would we
Rockjaw's
have
unconscious
done
body?
that?
we're Rockjaw too. I'm just saying that.
Yeah.
How would we have done that? Because we can't get to them.
Well,
We would have found our way
you
back.
you found that the other half of that crypt you emerged from takes you back into Strahd's tomb.
Oh.
We're
Okay.
montaging here.
Yeah.
Things are
Okay.
You're montaging. You figured it out.
Okay.
And then by the time you guys have kind of worked through that and you've kind of collected yourselves, eventually, you're kind of, Irina is distraught at the loss of her brother, but once she kind of has come to enough to really kind of recognize what has happened, she is so grateful to all of you and just can't express it. She is overwhelmed. And so I think eventually, as you guys are sort of still down here, sort of collecting yourselves, we'll go ahead and say that Zia and Esmeralda and Rockjaw wake up. And well, for that matter, Shadow, I mean, are you staying in your dragon form at this point, or?
I
mean,
think I would stay in my dragon form until we left the castle.
Okay. So eventually, though, we're montaging. They do wake up, and so you're able to kind of let everybody know that it's done. The Devil Strahd is dead. You can show them the body, the remains, and Ismark is gone, but helped at the last moment, and Irina is alive and well. Perhaps a little bit traumatized, but
I think she's going to need a few sessions with a cleric and lots of restoration spells and talk therapy.
yeah. So I think as you guys gently, do you bring Ismark with you? What do you do with Ismark's body?
I think we would ask Irina what she would like
I
to
think
do.
she says that they have a family cemetery back in the village of Barovia that she would prefer to have him interned there if possible.
Okay. Well, if we can find something to wrap him up with and put him on a cart and take him back.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
discover that the animated armor has gone inert with Strahd dead.
Excellent.
Although she still sets herself a few minutes to take it off of him anyway, just because it's awful.
Yeah.
But then, as you are all kind of coming back up the stairs, and once again you climb up those stairs, up this tall spiral staircase, and you emerge in the chapel. Irina kind of seems a little distracted, and she's drawn out to. Let's see if I can. There is actually this place on the map. It's a place on the map that you haven't seen, but she requests that you accompany her to check something out that she feels drawn to check out, which is outside the castle. Is this the right one? Sorry, I didn't have this part prepared. So, let me just reveal the whole thing. This is the outside the castle map.
By the way, I just want to mention that I'm so happy that our stalwart viewers of Prince Justin and Mother Dragon were actually here for the finale.
Yeah, that's great.
Yes.
Especially Mother Dragon, who's been here through all of our screw-ups and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think Prince Justin was here pretty much from the beginning too, if not
Oh, okay.
close to
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
We've had some
And-
great viewers in and out throughout, and
Yeah.
we've always enjoyed them as well.
Yeah. So as you're in the chapel area, which everything just feels a little lighter, and you just there's a weight that has lifted, and you all make your way to the. Do I have you guys on this? Yeah. You all make your. I'm just showing you. I'm not moving everybody's tokens here, but you move to an outside door of the chapel area, and there's a courtyard and then a big overlook here that. Did I move you guys onto this map? Yeah, I think I did. Yeah, so we're on the farthermost eastern part of it, where there's this kind of area that extends with the little gargoyles very at the end there. And so you pass through the chapel garden, where at the back of the keep, behind towering buttresses and tall boarded up stained glass windows, a small garden struggles to survive. Small flowers press skyward against the gloom. A pair of large iron gates blocks the way to some kind of overlook. And then through the gates, you see, let's see, a flagstone avenue passes between empty outbuildings, leading to a stone-paved overlook. The overlook has a low stone wall adorned with outward-facing gargoyle carvings. And you look down over, and you can see the village of Barovia below. And then thick clouds still fill the sky, but through the chilly morning mists, the land of Barovia is visible far below. There is peacefulness here. Rest has come to the valley for the first time anyone can remember. A light flashes behind you. Wheeling around, you see a stately man, a being of flesh and blood, in shining armor and a flapping cape.
It's his brother!
His countenance shows great strength of will, yet the forcefulness of his presence is tempered by his calm, sad eyes. His features are those of Strahd, yet subtly different. His voice is calm and peaceful. My name is Sergei von Zarovich. He turns to Irina. Tatiana, the time is at hand to rest. Come, my love and wife. He stretches forth his hand. Irina Kolyana's questioning eyes suddenly open with recognition and knowledge. Forgotten memories rush back to her. Sergei, she cries, springing to him with the grace of a doe. They embrace. Irina turns to you and says, I am Irina Kolyana, but in my past, I was Sergei's beloved Tatiana. Through these many centuries, we have played out the tragedy of our lives. Now, with our deepest gratitude to you, that tragedy is over. It is time for joy to begin again. Shimmering light surrounds Irina and Sergei. Hand in hand, they walk east toward the edge of the overlook. Their feet do not touch the ground as they tread a path beyond this mortal world. Their invisible road takes them beyond the eastern precipice, their glow illuminating and thinning the clouds outside Barovia. Joining them along the way is the form of Ismark. The clouds suddenly break open, letting shafts of glorious sunlight flood through. In the valley below, the strange fog dissolves. Barovia is free once more.
You've done well. Now, if you excuse me, I have to talk to some werewolves.
Brother,
Maybe
maybe tomorrow. I will be joining you on that quest. And she holds up a finger bone. We might have another ally. And I presume that we can montage some rest, recovery, all of this, and ingredients finding, and then I can finally cast the resurrection spell to bring Perry back.
Well, so what are the conditions of the resurrection spell, though?
So the resurrection spell, if I recall, and I can open it up. Hang on. Was that it would bring him back, but oh geez, I gotta spell it correctly. Hang on.
Well, so also I'm like, is this a spell that you can cast?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. It is it's a spell I can cast, but there's a random roll of what he comes back as.
Oh, see, this is
That's the other one. That's the other
That's
one.
reincarnation.
Reincarnation.
Oh, I'm sorry. Then I have the wrong one. Hang on.
Yeah, but with the spell broken, you probably could cast resurrection.
Yeah.
Well, you also know that the last time you saw Perry's spirit, he was kind of choosing to sort of stay in guard over that church. Up to you.
Perry?
Perry, yeah.
I thought it was Julius.
Julius was the one that that rallied the were-ravens to you.
Oh. Mark, what would you like?
I think Perry's found a parish that he can help.
Oh, fine. And I'll bring his bone there.
Ooh, Saint Perry has a good name, a good ring to it.
I was really hoping to bring him back so that you could use him in like some other game or whatever, but also so that he could come back and maybe I'd convert him.
I mean, I think, yeah. I mean, it's a spell that theoretically, you could do if you want.
All right, I say, I left it up to the player, and it'll be Saint Perry. I'll create a little reliquary, and maybe in the far future, after Christiana's done gallivanting, if we ever want to get together for like a one shot, maybe Rockjaw and I can go look for Jessica.
Yeah.
I'm not done.
Yeah, so I think that we could definitely sort of leave that to a possible future session. But in the meantime, as I described, the land of Barovia is seeing real sunlight for the first time in as long as anyone can remember, and the mists that once surrounded the borders are clear, and once again there's
we can go home.
the possibility of travel. Hang on, let me double check to see if I can if I've actually read everything.
I won't be leaving. I gave my word.
I will help you find Jessica.
Well, that too. But
I'll have to leave at some point because my people will come looking for me. I don't know why, but ever since the mist fell, I feel like I can feel somebody's looking for me. I don't know why. It's strange.
Yeah. Well,
Those of you who were watched the Waterdeep one shot might know why. But one day I'll have to return. But I've definitely, I left them to learn, and I've ascended. So,
yeah.
pretty
Well,
cool.
in the meantime, Anubis and I are definitely leaving.
You guys.
Yeah, so if you have messages, then I can certainly do my best to deliver them.
So I think in order to like potentially allow that there might be one shot still, we'll go ahead and leave it here.
Yes.
But congratulations, you guys, you did it.
That was so exciting. That was
Close.
fun. And I really loved the way that it happened because it was us working as a team.
Yeah,
Had
really
something.
was a group effort.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I almost managed to achieve perfect null. The only thing I had left was the point of inspiration. I was out of hit points, hit dice, rage, and relentless endurance.
And I am really, really sorry that Pavel got shot in the head. That was a complete and total accident.
And like no healing spells.
Yeah.
All right.
Wow.
Wow. I wasn't sure we'd ever actually get to this
Yeah.
point. I was
Some of us
positive we
didn't.
were going to get killed at some point.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, so thank you guys so much. I know we've sometimes the schedule was irregular, and like we weren't always able to have everybody like today. It's about it's sad that Nobilis wasn't able to be here for this, but I love playing with all of you, and I want to just thank you for helping make this a special experience for me too. And yeah,
This
thank
has
you.
been epic. Like, this has
Yes.
been a pretty amazing trip.
Yeah.
It has been.
Thank you to the DM.
Yes.
Does anyone remember when did we first start playing?
Oh, man.
July of last year.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
It's almost a year and a half.
Almost, not quite, but yeah.
No,
All
yeah.
right, that's pretty good.
Well, this is episode 30, I think, or session 30. So.
Yeah, well, that makes it much less.
Well, but if you put it in context of every session being around 4 hours long, I mean,
Yes.
it's 120
And the fact that
hours.
That's about a week.
our plan was every 2 weeks.
Mm.
Yeah.
We're actually doing pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because there were times when we went like 3 or 4 weeks, and then sometimes we played in consecutive weeks, and so it kind of averaged out.
Yeah, so that's a year and 3 months, 30 episodes. That's more than every 2 weeks.
And you figure, at about 4 hours an episode, that's
Yeah.
just about a week's worth. I mean, like if you divide by
And-
24, it's like 6 days.
The one very unique thing that does not happen very often for most groups is we completed a story.
Yeah.
Like, oftentimes games just sort of end because people can't make the commitment to the time, or it doesn't really work out, or whatever. And I'm very happy this managed to stay together. Very happy that, while there was some attrition of characters along the way, we managed to hold fast and make this story. And,
Yeah.
holy crap, was that hard?
It was.
And even more amazing, Shadow and I both managed to survive.
And Anubis!
And a new
Anubis.
Are you kidding? Anubis is MVP.
Yeah, really.
I mean, I have to say, in my experience, a lot of times rangers don't get, if you play that long, you don't get to stay with your animal. You end up replacing them. So that
There's a couple of times where I was thinking, like, if dice had gone another way, I was prepared to have Anubis die.
Oh yeah, yeah. We were feeling it, but it was great. I mean, and this is a lot of fun. And as Mark said, a lot of times, trying to tell a whole story, unless you have something really compressed, it ends up fizzling out. And I think had we not come together today, due to upcoming events, that probably was a very real possibility for us.
And I want to really salute you, Christiana, because I can't run modules because there's so much information, and the way you manage to hold to the the stuff in the book and be able to switch the maps. I mean, sure, there were a couple of times of frustration and you're pulling your hair out, but you did a really good job at that.
Thank you. I really appreciate that, because I put a lot of effort into it. I mean, it's fun effort, but still, and so I really appreciate that.
Yeah.
And thank you to
So we're meeting
those.
again next week, right? We're going to continue on for a couple of years, and
Yeah.
We'll have to see. My, I haven't sort of, the announcements going out in a staggered way, but like my work project's going to be taking me overseas to South Korea. for a little while.
Yeah,
So
great enough.
it's exciting, but also all my other plans are kind of disrupted
Yep.
as a result. So working on that, but that just means that the role playing schedule is going to be. We should still have the regular so many levels this Wednesday, and it actually looks like we might be able to have Viv join us as Amethyst. So it seems like a good opportunity, perhaps, for a big cliffhanger, because I don't know when the next time we'll be able to play it. So we'll see. But
How long are you going to be away? Do you know?
well, it's the issue is that I just don't know the specifics right now. I mean, so
Okay.
I can't really announce anything specifically. We can talk a little bit more offline, but in any case, just to wrap up the stream here, I wanted to thank everybody who listened or watched, whether live or later, through this whole journey. Big thanks to Nobilis that although he wasn't able to be here today, obviously a very valued member of the party.
Yep.
And thank you.
Hey, we didn't get his
Prince
character
Justin
killed,
and
so,
Mother
you know.
Dragon.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, but the weeks I couldn't make it, I really appreciate you guys not getting me killed either.
We tried.
Yeah, I
Keep
know.
him alive. Yeah, that's it.
Well, if someone was going to die, I mean, I guess I was going to say if someone was going to die, it'd be this time. Except, people definitely did die. So
Yeah.
in this campaign. But yeah. So in any case, I think that'll do it for Curse of Strahd. And
Bye,
in the
watchers.
future, we might do one shot follow up stuff. All right. In the meantime, have fun on so many levels. That's a weird, awkward way to do it.
Bye to Strahd.
Perfect.
Yep.
All right.